Where the frick am I? Where's the game? There's the game. Oh. There we are. I have just taken so much psychic damage, but it's okay, I'm here. Oh, man. I'm just not on time this weekend. Not that I have a time, but like in my brain, I have a time. And it's just not happening, and that's okay. Next week. Don't you dare! Don't you start! I am so interested for when the gamers show up, if anything is gonna happen. Or if I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Hey, CD! Oh, and Ale, hello? Hello, friends. Do you see anything weird on my stream? Or did I, like, exit off it? Because I took mad, crazy psychic damage. Which made me take, like, 10 minutes longer to get here. Because I had to, like, sit here for a second and be like, huh? You know, just asking for a friend. But how are you guys doing? Weird? No. Okay, cool. Because on my end, there were party hats. I'm not seeing them now, so I feel like I accidentally turned them off. But, it's my affiliate anniversary. Which was, like, crazy psychic damage. I think I may have actually turned it off. But, like, when I look at my stream, I see a little party hat by my name. I don't even know if I should say the congrats. Because I don't think I've ever had, like... I don't think... Bro. Oh, okay, you did get a chat message? Okay, so it's like real. But... Hold on, can I, like, pull out of this for a second? Where... Did I dox myself? No. Maybe. Yes. Yo, it's Human Sam! How are you, Sam? It feels so weird. Like, it feels weird now when people are like, oh my gosh, I hit affiliate! Like... Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I did? Freaking has a stroke. Hold on, where's my here, hold on. Hello, it's you. April 27th, 2017. Yeah. Yup. Yup. Just put me in a coffin, bro. Just put me there. Like... We did Game Wisp. Freaking whippersnapper. In my day, we did Game Wisp and we were happy with those subs. They were incredible. Yeah, that's my psychic damage for today. I don't know how, but I have like no recollection of ever showing up on the anniversary. But I certainly didn't know it, and it was just like popping up, and I'm like, what? And I clicked off it by accident, I think probably like what Ale did, because now like I don't see it anymore, and I was like, wait, I gotta Google, because what is it? And then I found it, and it's like 2017. I'm like, just, you know, going through the stages, the stages of grief, the passage of time. Yeah. So, hello, I'm old. I'm old, in life and on this website. Nothing else is new. Man. It's crazy. But yeah, how is everybody? Well, hopefully doing well. I just had to sidetrack for a minute there. Hello, old, I'm Sam. Sam, how are you doing? Are you happy that we're naming a dog after you? Mips, hello! You just missed me, outing myself for being so old. On this website and in life. But we game and we're locked in again. I maybe should have opened my window, but I'll see. I'll see. Yes. Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket. I don't think I got that luck. I definitely don't. Oh my god, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to freaking turn down my... The dog just happens to have the same name as you. But when Shadow pointed it out, it was really funny. I was like, wait, you're so right. So I mean, if you want to say that we named him after you, that's also acceptable. It's a good name. We're like the same age, so I know we're old. Yeah, but today Twitch is telling me that it is my affiliate anniversary. Freaking, I became an affiliate in 2017. So I took a lot of damage from that. Thanks, I chose it myself. Heck yeah! Yeah, when am I not having a midlife crisis? It's my default, usually. Just be glad I don't have the knees for a run club. Then it would really be over. Just, you know. Did you get Tomodachi Life? That's just called a life crisis? Oh. I feel like my TikTok would, you know, everybody be running on there, bro. I don't know. And they're younger than me. I don't know. I need to watch Shen play Tomodachi Life, because, I mean, honestly, I've been thriving off of seeing everyone's, like, clips and stuff in general, so... I, too, have got to get that Switch too. Me and Mips. Yeah. Especially because Shadow just showed me, like, a new single-player Splatoon that's coming out? That he thinks is probably gonna also have co-op, but either way, it looks very cool, so... I need... Yeah, it looks... I am interested. We love the Splatoon. I'm telling you, so many games, not enough time. Freaking Celeb 17, bro. I don't know. That's gotta be worse than Christina. Actually, yeah, that's way worse than Christina. Ooh. Looks at my Zelda Switch. I mean, I really wanted an OLED, but that's probably gonna be freaking years at this point. But like a Zelda Switch 2, I could break for that. I mean, depending on what it looks like. I have faith. I have faith.
セレブ17言うな。
つうかさ、宝くじにもいろいろ種類があるっしょ。 ここはやっぱ夢のサマージャンボ行くしかなくね
Dude, go for the biggest lottery possible. Profit.
それね、こないだテレビの CM で見たよ。
The cat is undecided on who she wants to bother. Real. I have both the children. Squeak is in bed currently, and Molly is in her little bed. Although they were both downstairs, but they followed me up, so I think they're content for now.
当選発表はされたのか？
来週か再来週だったはず
The two woohoo bad. So bad. There we go. Me too, man. Me too. I tell you, freaking Pokopia or whatever. That one broke me. That one hurt. I've been like fine. Like Pokemon, like the game itself, Pokemon, that one was hard, but then it passed. But Pokopia, that one was a bit more traumatizing.
それでは意味がないではないか。
But I'm still staying strong.
E メールは過去にしか送れないのだぞ。
Actually, that reminds me. I got these grips off of Etsy for my ally, and let me tell you, I love them. They're so comfy. I'm big happy. I finally found some. I got two because I wasn't sure. I got one, I think the default one is kind of like smaller, and more, it felt good too, to be fair. But then I got like a longer one. Yeah, I will remember, I'll do that after stream. But literally my only problem is that now it doesn't fit in my fancy case. My really nice hard case I have for it, because it's too big now. But like, you know what? It's fine. It just means I gotta get like a nice bag or something. I gotta get me a bag to be like hip with the kids. But yeah, it feels just, I've been using the longer ones, and it just feels more like a full-on Xbox controller. So I'll send you the link. They took a while to get here, but what I have played with it so far has been very comfy. So yeah, literally. Especially 'cause I mean, to be fair, my Switch will still fit in my case. But like, I have such a nice case that it's just like, oh. Which, to be fair, I could just take the grips off. But like, I'd rather not, because even though I have taken them off a couple times to like switch between them, I still don't want to like take them off and on too much in case I accidentally like break something, because you know, I'm like, they go on pretty slick, but sometimes it's like you're really, you know. But yeah, so much better than what it was, and way better than the other grips I've tried for the Ally. So I will do my best to remember that later after stream to send you. Mips, cats either do that or directly on the bladder. There is no way. Other way. One or the other. She's doing acupuncture.
じゃあサマージャンボの抽選日まで待つとか
本末転倒だ。サマージャンボにこだわるな。一番近い時期に当選発表が行われた宝くじを探すのだ。
Squeak loves mine too, don't worry. I know that feel. What's the plan? Are we looking for like... How does that work? What is the play here? Are we gonna find out the winners and then... You know what? I'm gonna let him... It's fine. It's fine.
ちょっとググってみるわ
Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. No, never mind. My brain thought it. Then it was... I already debunked my own thought. Daru starts searching on his computer. Meanwhile, Karisu is thinking hard.
例えば未来から当選番号が送られてきたとして私は信じるかしら
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, are we sending them to the future? Or because if you get the winning numbers and then send them to the past, that doesn't really do anything, right? So I'm kind of trying to figure out what the game plan is for this. So looks like I'll work Monday afternoon, by the way, so I could join Sunday streams like regularly. Yo, awesome! I will try to show up earlier next time. This week I'm just like, this weekend I'm just really off. But I still got here, so that's the important bit. But I think we like went out a bit later than usual, and then my parents had a few errands to run, and then, you know, I'd be doing 40 minutes on the treadmill, so it's which, to be fair, when they're at the cottages, I can like split up my treadmill time, because I'll have no problem doing like maybe like 20 minutes when I first get back and then after stream. But like, it's just easier to get it all out of the way since I'm doing it in the living room and like kicking them out. Although Dad sometimes just comes in and goes on his iPad or whatever, but you know, you know what I mean. But yeah, I haven't actually been out to eat in months because of everything going on with Nan, so. But it was great, I can't lie. The car hop that we go to was open, and I got a really great chicken wrap that I love. And the ice cream place opened too, so I may be late, but I profited. It was delicious.
あのね
I'll be eating.
マヨシーはそもそも宝くじの買い方知らないな
But I'm sure as we get back into routine a bit more, we'll be. So I mean, usually I'd say I'd get on around like 4, and I definitely got here at 5, so you know. Kebab pizza.
そうよね
I'm
10代の女
interested.
の子は宝くじは買わないと思う
Maybe teenage girls should buy lottery tickets. Actually, I don't think that's possible. I assume there's like an age limit. Maybe?
萌香は買ったことは
Ooh. I do love me a burger. Posted a POV of cat. You know what? Hold on, let me look at this cat. Excellent. Love a good cat butt. Beautiful. When I call out to Moika, standing alone in the corner of the room, her shoulders twitch. Then she shakes her head a little bit.
オカリーは買ったことあるの
ロト6を1回だけやったことがある
The Lotto 6. I didn't even get a penny.
おロト6ならちょうどいいかも。あれって確か当選番号を毎週発表してるし。
A quick search reveals that Lotto 6 announces winning numbers every Thursday. They've also posted last week's 1st through 7th place numbers on their homepage.
この当たり番号を D メールで送るの
そういうことだもちろんこれがロト6の当選番号だと補足してだが
先週の一等だと2億とか
200 million? What? 200 million? I think my heart skipped a beat there.
いや待て一等はまずい
Daru! I'm glad you caught that. Daru's just a silly guy. You know, when he's not being, pervy. Bro's just got some whimsy.
なんで
2億はさすがに ビビっちゃうわよね。
Yeah, that's like way too much. I mean, but then again, think of the experiments. If it worked, that is.
いや、そうでもなく、伊藤は目立ちすぎる。
は？
わからないのか。俺は期間に追われている身なのだぞ。もしロト6で一等を出してマスコミから取材を受けることになってみろ。立ちどころに存在が知られてしまうことになる。
ならんわ。
じゃあマユシーが当選したことにすればいいんじゃないかな。
ダメだ。オペレーションウルト第2段階はそこのセレセブが言ったようにリスクがあるのも事実。
セレセブって略すなよ。
It's getting
責任は
worse.
取るという意味で俺が当選者とならなければ。
まさかあんた金を自分のものにしたいだけじゃなかろうな。
I ignore Celeb Sev's remark. Prospect of pocketing 200 million yen is certainly appetizing, but that would be too big a change to the past. Just like Celeb Sev said, we can't ignore the butterfly effect. We should flap our wings as softly as possible. I'm not scared or anything. Really.
というわけでここは目立ちすぎずに2等を狙ってみようと思うのだが、誰よ、2等の賞金は？
前回の配当金だと
I would think.
2300万円。
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would think it would still be quite a fair bit considering how high the first one is.
3等を狙ってみようと思うのだが。
Let's try third! Okabe is great because he's like, I'm gonna cause chaos. My plan is to cause chaos through the entire world. And then this happens. He's like, I don't know, kind of like backing off, being like, oh, it's because I'm being chased. But like, if he truly wanted to cause chaos, he would have went for the first prize.
それだと70万まで減るけど。
Very funny.
それでいい。
Like, ah, yes, that's much better.
岡部って結構チキンね。
さっきまでタイムパラドックスのリスクを心配していたとは思えない言い草だな、セレセブよ。
お願いだからその呼び方やめて。せめて助
Yeah,
手にして。
please, go back to Christina, bro. Celeb Sev is like hard to say. I don't know, man.
それに私はあんたの考え方に納得はしてない。
リスクを考えて多すぎず少なすぎずの絶妙な金額を設定しようとしているのに、お前の方がよほどごつくばりだぞ。
Wait, CD. Make me a Tomodachi life. If you're listening. What version of you know, that's so real. That's so real. You know what? I was gonna be like, whatever version you want. But you know what? If you want to make my VTuber, that's okay too. I feel like you should just put me in there and cause chaos. Whatever happens to me can't be worse than what happens to me in real life. What's terrible is you said what version, and I'm like, my repo. Make me my repo bean. I won't make you do that. That sounds that sounds terrible. But like, oh man. I saw someone make a he/him non-binary bisexual artist Hemingway. Incredible. It might be possible in a way. I probably. Oh, what VTuber did Shadow have up the other night? I can't remember, but she had Gengar in like a little sailor outfit, or not a sailor outfit, but like the girls sailor outfit, like the, you know, like the school dress skirt combo thing, and it was so funny. He looked incredible. But then she also had she had Snake from Metal Gear Solid, but like Snake was in a cardboard box. It was great. So it wasn't just like normal Snake. It was, you could see his face, but he was a cardboard box. He was a cardboard box man. I'm telling you, that every time I see anything from that game on Blue Sky, I'm just mesmerized. Like, I remember seeing people like buying stylists and stuff so that they could draw even more, and I was like, okay, that's when I've realized, yo, characters from the pit. Yo, your friend's goated. I miss the pit. I miss it bad, but it's okay because one of my favorite characters from the pit is on Broadway right now, and my TikTok is like, we're just gonna show you the same clip over and over again, and I will watch it every time. You just watched season 1, let's go! Dude, season one is peak. I'm not gonna lie. I think season 1 is better, but I did still like season 2. The finale had a great moment. I'm not going so far to do the face paint to make super detailed characters. That's, yeah, so valid. But to be fair, the fact that you can is great. Yo, Santos, yes, that's my girl. That's who's on Broadway. Well, Langdon is too, but I think he's in a stage show. But yeah, Issa is actually a very talented singer, and I didn't know, but TikTok sure showed me, and she's on Broadway now. Yeah, we love Santos in this house. I mean, I love all the characters, but yeah, Santos is a badass, and I watch all of her Broadway TikToks, like Coco Melon, now that the pit is done, and also Jeremy Jordan, who is a fantastic singer, is now in the same show as her, and yeah, he just joined the cast, so it'll be like clips of him singing, and she's like in the background also singing with him, and I'm just like, this is my Coco Melon, I guess. I just I just keep scrolling and they're just there. I'm like, you know, I can't. I'm fine with it. But yeah, that's my TikTok right now. That and also like, well, less pit clips, I guess, because the season's over, but yeah, it's a lot of her on Broadway. And I'm not complaining. I decided to let Celeb Sev have the last word.
70万円だとバナナはトラックの荷台山盛りになるかな
Yes. Probably. Nobody said anything about using the entire dividend on bananas, but it looks like Mayuri intends to do so. Let's ignore the glutton for now.
3等なら数字を5個的中させる必要があるを
Wait. Do y'all love Dana? I hope you love Dana. Love Dana. Would fight for Dana. She's the only one. She'd be keeping that hospital running, bro. But last week's 6 winning numbers were 02, 12, 19, 34, 35, and 40. The bonus numbers were 08. First prize is for matching all 6 numbers. That's what I said about that. Exactly! You're gonna think the same. You're gonna think the same in season 2, trust. She's a badass, and she's even better in season 2. You will, you're gonna have to just embrace the Baby Jane Doe memes. They are my favorite. Just have fun. Also, hi, Red. Please don't ever say that again. But hi. Mips is all caught up and I have no clue whatsoever what's happening, but that's fine. You know, we have a time machine. Technically, kind of. And currently they are discussing a plan to use said time machine. Well, all it can do currently is send text to the past, or I guess emails, and they are going to figure out how to use that to win the lottery. To see if they can. That's what's happening currently. That, you know, that's like the bare bones of what's happening. There's a lot of other things, but that's what they're discussing right now. Third prize is for matching only 5 numbers.
萌えから新たにラボメンとなったお前に最初の任務を与える。
Moika stares at me. She clearly didn't expect her name to be called.
D メールとして送る文面を考えてもらおう。何も知らない1週間前の俺にロト6を買おうと思わせるような文章を考えてくれ。
You know, actually, yeah. She sure would be the perfect one to send the email, considering she's her best when she texts. Sure, what could possibly go wrong? Exactly. Well, actually, people have been turning to Jellyman. That's what the big CERN group. They have also created a time machine, but theirs isn't working correctly. But they were doing human experiments, and it was sending them to random places in time, and they were just becoming jellified. Very bad. We also did that, but with bananas and chicken. When you turn to jello because of time travel. Sometimes. That's CERN with an S, right? Yes. But it is implied to be the same. It's the fictional version of the CERN with a C. Red, you're not allowed. Stop that. I'm keeping you away from all the bananas.
メールマンなのだからそういうのは得意だろ。
Moika doesn't seem that interested, but she nods. We set the phone wave, name subject to change, to forward to my phone.
先週の木曜日っていうことは5日前か。D メールはそこに送るの？
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know how this is gonna I don't know how this is gonna work yet, but I am intrigued. Also, rest in peace, Sam. How can Mips do that to you? I still don't know what causes it. Risu puts on her lab coat before checking the phone attached to the phone wave. Name subject to change.
抽選日が5日前だからそれより前に買っとかないとダメじゃね？
Like, do they just need to... Do they just need to have the numbers there? I don't know how this is gonna work.
だったら1週間前ね。7日は168時間だからちょっと調整して170シャープでセットしましょう。
Moika has finished typing the email into my phone. Buy Lotto 6, sure to win. Okay, and then all those numbers. We replace the number 40 with 37. This way, we won't get first or second prize.
まあこんなものだろうな。
We can only send 36 bytes. There's only so much we can say.
なんだかとってもうさんくさいね。
Mayuri, just focus on the food. I mean, if this works. I don't know. I stopped Moika from erasing the mail.
これでいい。他にやりようがないだろう。確かにうさんくさいかな。
Though it is kinda shady.
大丈夫だよ。むしろね、オカリンはうさんくさいものが大好きだからぴったりだと思うな。
So true. That's not entirely incorrect, but it feels like she's making fun of me. In any case, our preparations are complete. It's hard to believe that this is all it takes to send emails to the past.
さて、シュタインズゲートを開くと。
前から気になってたんだけど、そのシュタインズゲートって何なの？
Oh my... Finally! What does... Please! He better answer!
オカリンの口癖なんだよね。
That's what it is!
シュタインズゲートはシュタインズゲートだ。それ以上でも以下でもない。
That's crazy. Really? Alright.
説明になってない。
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, sure.
いちいち水を差すな。今考えるべきはそこではないだろう。
Did bro just like hear Steins Gate once, or just he was just like, yeah, you know what? It's cool. I place my finger on the send button. My hands are shaking. I fight to keep them steady. I'm just like, he says it so often, which I guess does make it kind of like a catchphrase, but I don't know. I thought it would be something like mystical. Unless maybe it is and that comes later, but for now, or maybe it's just, yeah. Huh. That's wild.
じゃあレンジ起動させるぜよ。
I swallow hard. The turntable begins to spin backwards as the microwave comes to life. The timer ticks down. 163, 162, 161. Change the past. It seems very simple to do. But just like Kurisu said, there's no telling what might happen. I said I'd take responsibility, but that was just talk. If a time paradox does occur, it could do irreparable damage to the world I know. 150, 149, 148. How am I supposed to take responsibility for that? Lightning crackles in the air around us. It's working. All I need to do is press the send button. 136, 135, 134. I can't stop now. I want to see what lies beyond. Curiosity pushes me forward. There's no way this will destroy the world. Well, why would you say that? There's no way. 122, 121, 120.
L 不細コングル
I press the button. My phone displays a flying mail animation and the word sending mail. 116, 115. Oh. Oh. A wave of vertigo washes over me. It feels as if my feet have left the ground. Twitch, this is not the time to be evil? Because I feel like something just happened. Suddenly, my vision blurs and everything turns monochrome. Is the ground shaking? Every cell in my body is screaming, this is wrong.
オカリン、どうか
Where are we? What just happened? Mayuri's voice brings me to my senses. I realize that color has returned to the world. What was that just now?
大丈夫？
Mayuri waves her hand in front of my face. After blinking several times, I notice I'm standing stock still, gripping my phone. My phone should be displaying mail sent, but it's not. Instead, it's showing the normal standby display. Something isn't right here. I look around. I'm inside the lab. The phone wave, named subject to change, isn't on. When I sent the mail, the timer read 1:15. In other words, it should still be running for about 2 more minutes. Yet now, the phone wave, named subject to change, is silent. I scan the room. Other things feel wrong. Just a few seconds ago, Daru was sitting in front of the X68000. But now he's sitting in front of the lounge computer. Did he teleport? At least I don't remember seeing Daru get up and move to the lounge. Oh, something. We in a different timeline? What happened? Something happened more than just the email, for sure. Risu is sitting cross-legged on the sofa, reading a massive technical book. She should be in the development room, too. Oh, Moika's here. Okay, interesting. Moika is standing at the edge of the development room. Nothing particularly different about her. Mayuri is next to me, looking at me with a confused expression. This is wrong.
Mayuri. 俺は何分ぐらいここに立っていた?
Something sus is going on here.
どういうこと？
いいから教えてくれ。
30秒ぐらいじゃないかな。
Mayuri. Man. That's really funny. I mean, fair?
30秒? 本当か?
Look, she is a good egg. We love her.
急に電話レンジちゃんのところに歩いて行ったかと思ったら、携帯を取り出してね、すごくハーハー言い始めて。
Daru calls out from the lounge.
すごくハーハー言い始めて。
Daru, shut up! Bruh. No. Thank you, Kurisu. To misquote one of the worst Shakespeare villains, my Yuri, your Yuri, everyone's Yuri. Truly. Art. As it should be. Risu and Daru are exchanging their usual banter. How can these guys be so calm? I just sent a mail that may have changed the past. I think you did, brother. I think that's why they're acting like that. But it's okay. He's going through it. His brain will catch up. Why aren't they interested in the result? Because they are the result. The only question is, did they actually win the lottery? I quickly check my mail. Buy Lotto 6. Sure to win.
メールは1週間前に届いている。
何のこと？
So does that mean this version of him bought the tickets, I wonder?
ロト6は当たったのか？
I searched my memories, but turn up nothing. No memories of buying a ticket, no memories of winning third place, nothing.
そこのセレセブよ。俺は3等を当てたか？
だからセレセブって言うな。で、3等って何のことよ？
何？
Oh. Again, this feeling of disconnect. It's exactly like the start of the game. So the lotto plan failed, but did he get like sent to a different timeline or something? Or maybe back in time? I don't know. That one I don't know, but interesting. I approach Kurisu, who's lounging on the sofa.
今何と言った？
何よ？
今何と言ったんだ？
Kurisu glares back at me.
文句あるの？私が何を言おうと勝手。
そうではなく、3等って何のことと言っただろう？ロト6の3等だ。
は？
Yeah, they never... If they didn't have that conversation in this timeline, if it is a different timeline, then what is Moika doing here? How did she join up? Kurisu gives me a puzzled look. It doesn't seem like she's messing with me.
ダル、俺はたった今ロト6の当たり番号を電話レンジカッコ借りて送った。そうだな。
It seems like whatever happened, the numbers got sent, but he got sent too. I just don't know where.
おお、
Dar's eyes light up.
その発想はなかったわ。もしかして D メールでその方法を使えば僕ら億万長者じゃね？ PC パーツ買えるしメイクインにも行きまくれる。ひょー！みなぎってきた！
That's what he said last time. This is wrong.
マイリー、バナナでトラックの荷台を満杯にするって喜んでたよな。
トラックの荷台？誰が満杯にするの？
This is wrong. I look at Moika. She's staring at the floor like usual, but I don't miss the confused glance she throws my way.
待て待て、たった今オペレーションウルドの第2段階を実行に移しただろ。
第2段階って過去を変えられるかどうか確かめる実験のことでしょ？
そうだ、そのことだ。
だから今みんなで考えてるんじゃん。
何？
Oh. So is this like right before they had the round table discussion?
どんな内容を送れば過去が変わったかわかるだろうねって。
Weird.
でもオカリンが言ったロト6のアイディアはグッジョブと言わざるを得ない。
でもそんなの現金だってマヨシーは思うな。あ、現金は現金でもね、諭吉さんいっぱい っていう意味じゃなくて。
そこは説明しなくてもわかると思う。
本当？よかった。でね、現金だからもっと世界が平和になりますようにみたいなのにしようよ。例えばね、世界中のすべての人がウーパクッションを持っているようにするととっても幸せだと思うよ。
She said that too.
それで幸せに
Oh,
な
that's
るのは
crazy.
ちびっことまゆしだけだろ、上皇。
But that makes the most sense actually, because that would place why Moika's here. What? What are these guys saying? They're acting like I never sent that D-mail with the winning numbers.
あの
I was about to be like, who the frick is that? So I looked at the name and I'm so not used to seeing them out of their, traditional garb, I guess? The front door opens slowly, and Lukaku sticks his head inside.
ルカくんだ。いらっしゃい。
Okay, Butterfly Effect, what are you doing?
すみません。急にお邪魔してしまって。
Lukaku bows his head apologetically. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru go into welcome mode. Moika keeps staring at her phone. But I'm not in any condition to greet Lukaku. I can't stop sweating, and it's not because of the heat. I don't know what's going on anymore. Questions keep spinning around in my head.
ルカくん、マユシーのコス来てくれる気になったの？だったら嬉しいな。あ、いえ、そうじゃなくて。
Lukaku looks at me apologetically, like he wants to say something. I reply mechanically. My mind is still blank.
実は岡部さんじゃなくて京馬さんに謝らないといけないことが。
What could he have to apologize for? Timidly, Lukaku holds out his hand, and there between his fingers is a Lotto 6 ticket? And the numbers are the same as the one in my D-mail. I grab Lukaku by his slender wrist.
ルカ子、お前これをどこで？
痛いです。オカリ、ルカ君をいじめちゃダメだよ。
Mayuri gets between us. I let go reluctantly. I'm sorry, did we actually win?
岡部、
It worked?
あんたどうしたの？さっきからなんか変よ。
暑さでやられた？
ルカ子、すまなかった。だが教えてくれ。そのロト6の剣をどこで手に入れた？
僕、京馬さんに数字を教えてもらって。
Huh?
教えた。俺が。
Lukaku nods with teary eyes.
京馬さんから当たるかもしれないからこの数字で買ってみろって言われて。
本当か？それはいつ？
1週間前です。
Damn, you passed me. What were you thinking? This wasn't supposed to happen. However, the past certainly has changed. I don't think he sent the numbers to the wrong person. I guess the butterfly effect or whatever that they were discussing, because they weren't sure. Well, obviously, they weren't sure if anything was gonna happen or if anything was gonna work, but they didn't know what would be affected if they could change the past at all. So, yeah, I think his past self just told Luca for some reason. But then obviously... See, this is why I don't know if it's like actually going back in time or if it's different timelines where it's like the Kiyoma in this timeline did that, but then now we've swapped. Is we're the Kiyoma that has all the knowledge of what's happening. I don't know. I mean, or if it is like legit time travel, but I mean, either way, like Titer said, our boy is a traveler. I just don't know how he be traveling, because we don't have enough info on that yet. I might fall asleep during stream. I'm pretty tired. That is completely fine. I just apologize if something happens and I wake you. But I mean, I know you're used to that. Or has it? It seems like it has, but at the same time, the present seems to have changed too. I can't believe it worked. I figured when he didn't... Oh man. Your cat waking you up in time for the Kingdom Hearts ending was kind of like... That's iconic, really. I can't... That's crazy. But this is also crazy, because, like, I really thought that because he got pushed somewhere else that the lotto thing was a bust. So... Interesting. You're so close, girl. You're so close. Moika, did you realize? It's all coming together. Her question makes no sense.
なぜ問いかけなのだ。お前も見ていたはずだ。
見ていた？何を？
Disconnect. Our stories don't match.
送った。3等の当選番号。ついさっきだ。お前たちも一緒にいた。全員で話し合って、その方法を選んだ。そして、過去は変わった。変わったんだ。
I glanced at the phone wave, name subject to change. There's no denying it now. That grotesque appliance, the bastard child of microwave and cell phone, actually changed the past. We have the power of a god. Though I still don't know why everyone else forgot about it.
そんなことよりルカシ、いくら当たったん？70万だな。3等だ。
I answer with conviction. However, is it gonna be like a little off? Lukaku begins fidgeting. Something strange about his behavior.
本当にごめんなさい、京馬さん。せっかくこんなすごいこと教えてもらったのに。
Oh, did he mess up a number?
数字を1個間違えて記入しちゃって。
Huh? He what? I stare at the numbers on the ticket in Lukaku's trembling hands.
18が19だったら、京馬さんのおっしゃる通り3等だったんです。
Ah. Interesting.
惜しい、惜しすぐる。
So it worked, but because of Kiyoma's choice of getting Lukaku to do it, butterfly effect messed it up a bit. I'm pretty sure I sent it with a 19. I'll know if I check my phone's send history. I take out my phone and bring up the send history. Are they gone?
ないぞ。
The D-mail I sent has vanished from my send history. Just like everyone's memories. The D-mail should be there, but it's not. Almost as if it never existed in the first place. I ignore the worried stares of my lab mems and head outside for some fresh air. I need to calm down and figure this out. The ticket Lukaku brought turned out to be 4th place. The prize is just 5,000 yen.
そこの岡部倫太郎さ。
Ah, hello, you freak. Who I love. Ah, okay, yeah, they're still hanging out. Suzuha calls out to me. She's still polishing her bicycle. Kinoji Nae is squatting next to her, watching her work with great interest. So, suppose that means the boss is still probably gone? For however long? 2 questions come to mind. 1, how long has she been polishing that thing? 2, just how much free time does the Brawn Tube Workshop have?
洗脳されたような顔してるよ。大丈夫？
No, he's not okay.
俺が。
Of all the people you could say that to, why would you say that to Okabe? That's crazy. Don't put that in his head.
ここには他に誰もいないじゃん。
はあ、そうだな。
それはどっちに対するそうだな。洗脳されたこと？他に誰もいないこと？
洗脳されたことだ。
されたの？
Suzuha suddenly steps up to me and grabs my face. Then she forces my eyes open with her index finger and thumb. Hello?
何をする？
Personal space?
動かないで。
Suzuha peers into my eye with a serious expression. Who is this child? But a second later, she lets go and steps back.
大丈夫。洗脳されてない。
What do you mean? How would you know?
なんだと？
洗脳されてる時ってさ、下まぶたの中によくチップが仕込まれてることがあるんだよね。
You're gonna tell me that she, like, got a job here specifically to, like, keep an eye on him. My dad just sneezed so loud. Holy crap. But, like... Ooh! A chip? Immediately after saying that, Suzuha gasps and covers her mouth. Then she puts her hand on my shoulder and gives me an embarrassed smile.
岡部倫太郎、今のは機密扱いでお願い。
I want to know everything about her. Don't tell me, is she...
そうか。お前も機関に捕らえられていた経験があるのだな。
機関？セルンのことだっけ？
Huh? Oh?
いや、皆まで言うな。
No, let her say more, actually.
俺にはよく理解できる。
Why did she go right to them?
そう？
機関がひた隠しにする巨大洗脳施設、通称アポカリプス・オブ・ガリアン。あそこはまさに生きる地獄。二度と 思い出したくないのだな。
そうアッポーなんとかって名前じゃない気もするけど、生き地獄だったのは確か。
やはりお前とは良き仲間になれそうだ。バイト戦士よ、聖戦の日は近いぞ。
Suzuha lifts her hand in a half-hearted gesture of enthusiasm.
バイトのお姉ちゃん、洗脳って何？
Don't worry about it, kid. Nae asks as she tugs on the hem of Suzuha's clothes. Don't worry.
それにはこの王院京馬が答えてやろう。
Owen's just crazy, bro. Don't worry about it.
いいです。
Exactly. Go look at the TVs.
え？
Nae hides behind Suzuha.
苗は岡部倫太郎が怖いみたいだね。
シスター・ブラウンよ、俺にイフを抱くのはいいが、同時に世界を股にかけるマッドサイエンティストへの敬意も払うべきだぞ。
世界を股にかけてるの？
いかにも。俺の天才的な灰色の脳細胞は世界各国の首脳が欲しがるほどのものなのだ。
I don't know if that's true, but like, maybe your microwave.
へえ。
Still clinging to Suzuha's waist, Nae opens her eyes even wider and gasps in admiration.
洗脳ってのは今みたいなことを言うんだよ、苗。
Yeah.
何を言う、そこのバイト戦士。俺は真実しか話していないのだから、これは洗脳などではない。
Y'all wash your brain? Am I supposed to be doing that?
オカリンおじさんは嘘ついたの？
誰がおじさんか。
子供相手に怒鳴っちゃダメだよ。怯えてるじゃん。
But Mister makes me sound old. I'm not even old enough to drink yet. What a disgrace. No, there's no point getting angry at a child. I need to show composure as an adult.
あんたって岡部よりよっぽど変態ね。もうさん付けで呼んでやらないからな。
Man, what the frick is going on in there? Let me check my mail. Oh, hello. Ferris, it's been a while. And yes, we were talking about the lady from Noah. Chaos Head. Her songs still contain words of prophecy. Before they reach it, Ferris must decipher the prophecies to find the location of the Holy Land. Yeah. Mind telling me what's in those songs? Remember, if you refuse, I have ways of making you talk. There's no need to put yourself in such danger. Retreat immediately. The sanctuary has been lost for 300 years. It's pointless to seek it now. No, sure. Why not? Screw that, yell at children. Hey, some are okay. This one seems fine. I'm late because I was cleaning for Nana and them. I was wondering, but don't worry. You've just missed a lot, actually. Now that I've said that out loud. But hi. So we used the phone wave. And I think we either went back in time or we went in another timeline again. I don't know. But the lottery thing worked, kind of. We're at the part where Luca apparently bought the ticket and but then he didn't put the correct number. So instead of getting 3rd place, they got 4th. And of course, no one remembers because it hadn't even happened yet. And Okabe is having a meltdown. And then now we're talking to Suzuha, who just tried to check if we've been brainwashed by, like, opening up Okabe's eye with her fingers. Yeah, so yeah, we're in sussy territory, absolutely. And yeah, they're fighting upstairs now. I don't Daru's being Daru, I think. I don't know if pervy gentleman is a I don't think that's a thing.
Huh?
So very even more confused about Suzuha. Intrigued though. I can hear voices from the 2nd story window. And since we can hear them clearly from here, Suzuha starts chuckling.
もしかしてずっと聞いていたか?
Yup, of course she did.
ごめん。盗み聞きするつもりはなかったけど、どうしても聞こえちゃうからさ。
Or did you? I don't know, man. The way you be acting, I wouldn't be surprised if you are someone that's supposed to keep an eye on Okabe. I don't know. She is a mystery.
タイムマシンのことも?
ああ、聞いちゃった。やるね、この。
She's so sus. She strikes my upper arm in what I assume is a gesture of encouragement. What is way to go, you supposed to mean?
口外したりしていないだろうな。もし誰かに喋ったりしてみろ。俺はお前の口を封じなければならなく。
喋ってないよ。私って結構口は固いからさ。
だったらいい。それで一つ聞くが、たった今2階で放電現象が起きたのを見たか？
放電？昨日みたいなグラグラ揺れるやつ？
I nod.
さっき1回やったよね。店長いないから助かったね。揺れて怖かった。
I ignore the little girl's honest impression.
たった今、ほんの1分前ぐらいにもグラグラ揺らしたはずなんだが。
そうなの？でも2回目は見てないの。
Because it hadn't happened yet. Suzuha tilts her head quizzically, then turns back to her bicycle.
私がこの子を磨くのに夢中だったのかもしんないけどさ。苗は見た？
Sister Braun. I can't believe that's the name that we're going with. That's really funny. Frantically shakes her head.
2回目は見てないんだな。
見てないです。
Disappointment spreads through me. What does this mean? The events I remember happening didn't. The fact that I sent a D-mail, the fact that we argued over what to send. But Karisu herself remembers that I called her Celeb Sev during that argument. Right after sending the D-mail, I was hit by a feeling of vertigo. That's probably related somehow.
なんかあったの？
お前はタイムトラベルについて詳しいか？
それってどういう意味かな？
Suzuha seems slightly suspicious. Well, good, because I'm slightly suspicious of her. So I explained to her what happened just now. Naya probably won't understand a word of it, so I don't think it'll be necessary to silence her. So glad we can let the kid live. This reminds me of the most famous case of misheard lyrics in German. All the leaves are brown. Annalise Braun! Oh! That's pretty good. All the leaves are brown. Annalise Braun. Yeah. Language is so weird, bro. Suzuha's dumbfounded after hearing my explanation.
そんなの聞いたことないよ。ねえ、本当のこと言ってる？
I feel like maybe we should have just went back up and talked to our, you know, like Kurisu or even Daru. Like I feel like we should have talked to them. I don't know. I don't trust this lady.
当たり前だ。俺たちは紛れもなくタイムマシンを開発した。そして過去を変えることができたのだ。我らの偉業を否定することは誰にもできない。そう、誰にもだ。
It's not as good as I've got the power. I get the power. Man.
ああ、もうそういうことじゃなくて。
Actually, yeah, that one is better. I can't lie. Suzuha grabs at her own hair in frustration, but then her expression turns thoughtful.
君の言うことが本当なのかどうかわかんないけどさ。
She suddenly lowers her voice.
こういう時はジョン・タイターに聞いてみればいいよ。
ジョン・タイター。
You know? Yes. I still wonder if we'll actually be able to ever see him or if he's only gonna be someone we message.
ほら、今さ、話題になってるらしいじゃん。過去へ遡ってきたタイムトラベラー。なんか知ってっかもよ。同じタイムトラベラー同士ってことで。
なるほど。確かにお前の言う通りかもしれん。あ、いや、それで間違いない。
The undoing of past events could possibly be explained through the many worlds interpretation that Titer talked about. And come to think of it, it was Titer's advice that led me to the IBN 5100. He should be able to give me a hint this time too. I quickly take out my phone.
俺だ。ジョン・タイターはこの俺を導くために未来からやってきたかもしれん。ああ、そうだ。奴がこの2010年へとやってきたのはまさしくシュタインズゲートの選択だよ。エル臭いコンビル。
バイトのお姉ちゃん、あのおじさんは誰と電話で話してるの？
Don't worry about it, kid.
さあ、誰だろう。未来人と交信してたりして。未来人？
シスター・ブラウン。俺の電話の相手が気になるか？
気になりません。
Naya shakes her head rapidly. She looks scared. I respond with the wary expression of a mad scientist who has seen everything and lost much.
気になったとしても今後絶対に聞くな。もし知れば俺はお前の口を封じなくてはならなくなる。さすがにお前のような痛い気な少女を手にかけたくはないのだ。
だから小学生をビビらせちゃダメだっての。
I assume Naya is frightened because of the aura of danger that follows me everywhere. She's right to be.
バイト戦士、俺は早速タイターに連絡を取ってみるぞ。素晴らしい助言に感謝する。
私役に立った？そんならよか。
Part-time warrior's eyes pop open mid-sentence.
うわ、やっぱ店長機関、店長機関。
I follow Suzuha's glance to see a mop. Wait. Oh, a moped. I was like, a mop head. It's fine. I was like, bro's bald. What do you mean? It's fine. Forget. Words. Judging by the sheer size of the driver, it must be Mr. Braun.
なえ、もし店長に聞かれたらさ、私はちゃんと店番してたって言
I'm
ってよ。
just picturing him with like a mop head of hair.
だから今度自転車に乗せてね。
See, Andrew, that is where he was. That's why he's gone. He went to go get a toupee. Clearly.
乗せる乗せる。じゃあ頑張って岡部倫太郎。私応援してっからさ。
Suzuha pats me on the shoulder and rushes into the workshop. Naya and I are left in front of the store. The driver stops the moped and takes off his full-face helmet, revealing Mr. Braun.
お父さん、おかえりなさい。
ない。そこのうさんくせえ野郎に何をされた？
No luscious locks. How sad. Manager leaves from his moped and interposes himself between me and his daughter. His eyes are bloodshot. My spine freezes. What a powerful aura of malice.
俺の大事な娘をたぶらかしてくれたな。殺すぞ。
待ってくれ。俺は何もしていない。
だったらなんでおめえとナイが二人っきりで話してんだ。あ？
二人きりじゃない。今の今まで鈴葉もここにいました。あの女は仕事をサボってそこのチャリを磨いていたんですよ。
Please forgive me, Suzuha. My life is too precious.
ナイ、そうなのか？
バイトのお姉ちゃんに自転車に乗せてもらう約束したの。だからサボってなかったって言わなきゃ。
I don't know if it works when you say that you have to promise that she wasn't skipping. Sister Braun ends up betraying Suzuha too. The manager breathes a heavy sigh.
サボる方法だけはうまいんだよな、あのバイト。
Worthless part-timer, man. It's true. I've never seen her actually do work.
というか、この俺を一瞬でも疑ったことについての謝罪はないんですか？
ねえよ、んなもん。
Stubborn old man. He thinks he owns the place just because he owns the place. Crazy. Diabolical, even.
今後もうちの娘をたぶらかそうとしたらただじゃおかねえからな。
そんな自殺行為はしませんよ。
Mr. Braun nods in satisfaction.
ねえ、シュークリーム買ってきたから一緒に食お
Oh,
う。
cream puffs. That worthless part-time warrior. That's worthless part-time warrior to you, Mr. B. Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know her true name. It's okay, he's with his daughter now, he's happy. He parks his moped next to part-time warrior's bicycle, then enters the store hand in hand with his daughter. Cream puffs? You can't get any more out of character than that. Is that what having kids does to a man?
おい、これバイト。
Yeah.
サボってたことは分かってんだぞ、こら。あとなんで42型がつけっぱなしになってんだ。消しとけって言っただろうが。
To be fair, not that I trust her, but she did mention before that, like, she was sweeping outside because he wouldn't let her do anything inside. So, bro needs to make a choice.
ごめんなさい。
I leave Suzuha to her fate and return to the lab. I need to get in touch with Titer as quickly as possible. He might be able to give me the answers I seek. He might even be able to explain the event that I witnessed a few days ago, the instantaneous disappearance of everyone on the streets of Akiba. When I burst into the lab, everyone looks at me with concerned expressions. Mayuri starts to speak, presumably to console me, but I put my hand up to stop her.
待て。事情はすべて後で話す。
I explain that we can't experiment anymore now that Mr. Braun is back. Then I dismiss everyone for today.
オカリ、あのね、明日バナナ買ってきてあげるね。
Mayuri picks up her Oopa plush toy off the sofa and hands it to me.
だからね、今はその子をむぎゅーっと抱きしめて元気出してね。
Looks like she's worried about me, but she shouldn't be. It's my job to worry about her. Who did we get mail from? Ooh, Ferris again. I can't give details, Nia, but her songs are divine revelations. Prophecies of the end of the world, Nia. So true, homie. She has work after this, so she leaves. Right, yeah, she did mention that before. Dara goes with her, probably to see Ferris. Before he leaves, Ukako apologizes again for messing up the Lotto 6 ticket. He knows about the time machine now. Next time I see him, I'll make him a lab mems. Yeah, I was gonna say, does that mean we get an extra lab mem out of this? It's kind of pog. Moika leaves with nothing more than a tiny bow. As expected. Did I get more mail? Oh. It was fun. I want to hear more about time machines next time, okay? It's a promise. See you, Moika. In less than 30 minutes, Kurisu and I are the only ones left in the lab.
そこの助手。お前は帰らないのか?
I wonder if she has figured it out.
目障りなら帰るけど。
目障りというわけではないが。
Although then again, he hasn't really figured it out yet,
何か用事でもある
so...
のか?
いいえ。でも、ちょっと考えたいことがあって。
She be thinking.
ホテルに戻って考えればいい。
何？追い出したいの？
そうか。どうせ友達もいないし、ホテルに帰っても一人ぼっちで寂しいから、この法院京馬に構ってほしいというわけだな。このお子様セレセブめ。
Bro's gonna get punched in the face.
寂しいのはあんたの方だろ。さっきからあんまり元気ないし。なんなら相談に乗るぞ。私はある意味で部外者だから話しやすいんじゃない？年下の女に相談する男の人って、ぐにょぐにょだけど、それでもいいんなら聞いてやってもいい。
Why does she have to be such a smartass? She even has a mocking grin on her face.
俺はメールをする用事があるのだ。どうしてもここにいたいのならば、邪魔をせず静かにしているのだな。ザ・ゾンビ。
その呼び方が一番カチンとくるわね。
Despite her complaint, Risu makes no move to leave. She sits down on the sofa and starts reading a massive technical book. On closer inspection, I realize it's in English. Maybe my assistant isn't a genius, but just an extreme studier.
コーヒーを飲むか?
It could be both. Some might say one could lead to the other, or it would certainly help.
もらうわ。
I don't know, man. I ain't smart. I make some instant coffee for Kurisu. I take a fresh Dr. P out of the refrigerator for myself and sit down in front of the computer. Alright, let's do what needs to be done. Is it at Chan time, or are we just emailing? I only hope this doesn't get undone, too. My plan is to follow Suzuha's advice. Get in touch with Taiter. After all, what I'm experiencing right now could have something to do with the many worlds interpretation. Which would mean that the Kurisu sitting over there isn't the same Kurisu with whom I discussed the Lotto 6. And it would mean that this lab isn't the lab where we discussed it. How can that be?
何もぞもぞやってんの？
How could she say that when I was just scratching my nose? That's crazy. Karisu glares at me coldly. My bad, now I gotta do it again. I'm sorry. Damn it, she's looking at me like I'm a perv again. I keep telling her I'm not a perv. I'm Hoen Kyoma. Anyway, why am I the only one who remembers what happens? That's another question I'll ask John Titor. I don't know if he's a real-time traveler, but he did help with the IBN 5100, so I'm inclined to trust him. But what should I write? Should I tell him everything? In any case, worrying about it won't solve anything. Enough stalling, I take out my phone. Time to lock in. Get to typing, brother. Thanks for the intel on the IBN 5100. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I've successfully... You know what? Can I go... Oh, okay, cool. Can I scroll? He typed faster! I've successfully built a time machine that sends emails to the past. When we change the past by sending an email, does that change the world line? I noticed some events were undone. Does that mean the world line changed? You said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I'd like to hear the proof, if you don't... I wonder when he's gonna realize that he's the proof. All in due time, I suppose. I sigh and chug my soda. Now to wait for his reply. I check the @channel thread just to make sure, but Titor hasn't posted recently.
ずいぶん深いため息ついてるわね。
Risu says without lifting her eyes from her book. Maybe I should tell her about how that D-mail changed the past. About how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Oh! Okay, so... Okay, I thought... That was... the thing, but I see. Why am I considering talking to Karisu? Because you like her, brother! It's okay! Also because she's smart. Because I don't think Mayuri and Daru would understand this problem. Karisu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis. That's what I hope. Oh my god. Just then my phone rings.
もしもし。
I'm never missing a phone call again. I'm still traumatized.
あ、オカリン。実はとんでもないミスに気づいたんだ。
What do you mean by that?
ミス？
That could be anything. Is it about the phone wave name subject to change? No, it's probably about Ferris. Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier? Probably still Ferris. I gulp. I know it's pathetic for a mad scientist to show anxiety, but I can't help it. I lick my dry lips and wait for Daru to speak.
実はさ、ラボに財布忘れてきたお。
Yeah. Yeah.
に？
Well, you know, I'm not wrong. Because I assume he's at the maid cafe, so... Yeah.
おかげでメイクインに入れないよ。オカリン。
That, yep.
僕の財布届けてくんない？お礼にメイクインでドリンクをおごるから。
Daru, this is not the time! We have things to do!
貴様は神田川で水浴びでもしていろ！
Good, I was gonna say, I'm like, he better hang up after that. Damn it, I got stressed for nothing! Oh, from Mayuri?
もしもし。財布は届けないからな。
トゥットゥルー。オカリン、オカリン。
なんだ、マユリか。
Oh, it's you.
誰も一緒にいるのだろう。いいか。そのバカに金を貸す必要はないからな。
We got the toot-a-roo.
わかった。
Or did he not mention it to her yet?
ちゃんとウーパンをむぎゅーっ
She's such a good bean. Like, bless her.
していない。そもそも俺はいつだろうと狂気と野心に満ち溢れたマッドサイエンティストである。
I mean, a mad scientist that can still hug a plush. You can do both.
そっか。何か悩みがあったら
We must protect Mayushi at all costs.
マユシはね、難しい話はよくわかんないけど、オカリンのことはよーくわかってるもん。
お前にこの俺がわかるというの？
わかるよ。子供の頃から一緒だもん。
もう切るぞ。バイト頑張れよ。
ありがとう。じゃあね。
たく。バカめ。
I'm pretty sure she does, man.
オカ
I
ね
don't know how to tell you this.
顔がにやけてる。
See? Outed.
何を言うかこのセルセブが。
セレセブ言うな。
Now lock back in. Don't let Daru mess this up. You need to talk to Kurisu right now. I was going to tell Kurisu the truth, but now— No! Don't change your mind! Mad scientist Hoen Kyoma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like Mayuri. I don't think she's a hostage if she comes on her own volition.
恋する乙女が好きな相手からのメールを待ってるみたい。
She sure likes to attack me for every little thing.
そんなに構ってほしいのか。
Oh, that's crazy.
ささやかな復讐よ。あんたからのひどい扱いにいつもぐっと耐えてるんだから。それぐらい許せ。
Is it from him? Oh, Mayuri again. You know, I've been working at May Queen for 3 months as of today. The other girls threw me a party. I can't believe I've been a maid for 3 months. Time sure flew by. Oh, don't worry, Mayushi's still Okarin's hostage full time! Man. You need money to buy junk food or else you'll die of starvation. I understand. So true. A party after just 3 months? Ridiculous. I don't see how that deserves congratulations. You girls are crazy! Maid. I still can't believe you're working at a maid cafe. I mean, you still never— Oh, yeah, I should ask that. You still never cosplay outside of work. I want to know about that, see if she'll say anything. Anyway. Sorry, Kurisu, I know you hate when people text
これでも
in front of you.
お前をリスペクトしているつもりだぞ。
名前すらまともに呼んだこともないくせによく言う。
それについてはすまないと思っている。
Kurisu lifts her face and stares at me in shock.
へえ、意外。あんたって謝るんだ。
謝るさ。だがどうしようもないのだ。俺の脳はお前のことを助手のクリスティーナという認識で固定してしまっていて直しようがないからな。
Like, I'll say sorry, but I won't change.
回答して海馬に電極ぶっ刺してやりたい。
That's crazy! The hippocampus, a major part of the brain, governs the memory and spatial navigation. You know what? Do that to me, girl. I'm about it. Maybe that'll fix me. Right after that silly exchange, John Titer's mail arrives. Ooh. I quickly open the mail. Greetings, Kyoma. Can you tell me exactly how you've changed the past? I'd like to verify that what you said is true. Right? We sent an email today It was sent to arrive last Tuesday, 170 hours ago. It contained the winning numbers for the third place prize of that night's Lotto 6 drawing. The moment we sent the email, my associates who had helped plan the experiment and watched me send it instantly forgot that any of that happened. When I checked, I found that the email had vanished from my phone's send history. I know for a fact that it arrived in the past, as my friend bought a Lotto 6 ticket based on information I had apparently given him. He got one of the numbers wrong, but otherwise it was an exact match.
メールの相手って誰？
Oh, you know,
ジョン・タイター。
that guy.
嘘。
奴はよほど悪意のある人間以外に対してはオープンだ。メルアドも公開している。こうしてやり取りするのは2度目だ。
道理であんたがタイタンの書き込みを引用したがるわけだ。信者ってわけね。
そういうわけではない。だが奴の話にはうなずける点も多い。
そう？フィクションにしか思えないけど。
Ooh. That's very interesting. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past. I suspect that the email you sent changed Divergence, if only a little. Bravo! The instant your email arrived in the past, you shifted from your original world line to an ever so slightly different world line. On this world line, you received an email from the future containing the Lotto 6 numbers. You told your friend the numbers, perhaps because you didn't quite trust the email, but your friend got a number wrong when he purchased the ticket. The original email likely disappeared from your send history when the world line changed. All of this makes sense. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous world line. Just so we're clear, you are telling the truth, yes. Well, that doesn't bode well, since we were hoping he would know. But, interesting. Yes, I still have my memories from before the past was changed. That's the truth. By the way, this is actually the second time this has happened. You traveled 26 years into your past. Haven't you experienced something similar? Also, what effect do you think my intentional manipulation of time of the timeline might have? I can't read. It's fine. Oh? I've confirmed that the divergence is currently 0.571015%. I cannot tell you what the value was before you changed the past. This is because I, like your friends, have no memories of the world line before you changed the past. In the case of physical time travel, memories are retained even if the world line changes. That's been proven by my own experience. But in the case of an email like the one you sent, the time traveler changes the past without actually traveling through time. A situation that scientists in my time never even considered. It wasn't necessary, since the invention of the time machine in 2034 gave us a means of physical time travel, so I'm afraid that I have no idea how to explain the phenomenon you've been experiencing. That's not helpful. How exactly do you measure divergence? Where do those numbers come from? Yeah, because that was pretty specific. There's no proof you're actually telling the truth, but I'll trust you. Legit. At least it's seeming like it is a timeline thing, which is neat. Strictly speaking, I was not entirely accurate when I wrote that the Everett Wheeler model is accepted in my time. The first functional time machine was completed in 2034. In the 2 years following that breakthrough, our understanding of the universe's structure grew dramatically. In 2036, scientists proved that the universe is comprised of attractor fields, which describe the extent of the world line convergence. This theory was first proposed in 2020. Bet that was a better timeline. Hate that, right? Man, that's... I want to go there. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. I have a meter that measures divergence. A reading of 0% divergence corresponds to the world line I originally came from. In other words, it's a subjective, not absolute measurement. This tool can only indicate the current divergence. Please explain these attractor fields. How do they affect world lines? Man, we got COVID, they got world lines, our timeline sucks. Put simply, attractor fields are the focal points of the world line convergence. Their existence is responsible for a phenomenon previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point making small changes to a world line. Due to convergence, small changes do not have the lasting influence. Humans who can observe convergence are exceedingly rare. I haven't met anyone with that ability myself, so I'm unqualified to give you an accurate appraisal. But you, Yoma, might be one such individual. You might have the power to observe convergence. You might be the one who can guide us to the world line beyond 1% divergence, across the wall that divides attractor fields. My brain hurts though, because how can you say you don't remember the previous timeline when you proceed to recount things from the future, which is technically a different timeline? That's what I'm saying! Titer be confusing me. The tone of Titer's mail has suddenly changed. He thinks I have some kind of power? First I feel a sense of pride. Next comes apprehension. Could this be a trap? In the first place, I can't confirm if this is real John Titer, and I don't even know if the John Titer from 2000 was really a time traveler. If Titer's world line theory holds, then that can explain the supernatural events I've experienced. But this last statement is pretty hard to swallow. As soon as I begin to doubt, all of his words start to smell like lies. That stuff about the IBN 5100 might have been a lie too. That mysterious program code could have just been a simple bug. Now that he claims that I have special powers, he's starting to sound like some new age con artist. And besides, I don't need Titer to tell me that. Risu jerks at the sound of my laughter.
いきなり笑い出すなよ。悪い。
What did he say? Oh, it's from Mayuri. You don't know why I don't cosplay? Mayushi doesn't want to stand out. I mean, I'm your hostage, right? Oh, man. But yeah, that's... Do we have... Oh, holy shining finger, bro. Oh my... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, see, this is where he talks about it before. He says it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous world line unless you too are a time traveler. Maybe he remembers the stuff from his future because he purely went back in time? Whereas Kyoma is changing time. I think maybe that's the difference, CD? Think? Which is changing the world line? Because where Spider comes from, they just straight up have time machines. Whereas what we're doing is trying out changing time. That's what I'm going with. Until that's what that's I think. Oh wait, no, it's right here. Is it? Hold on. In the case of physical time travel, memories are retained even if the world line changes. That's been proven by my own experience. Okay, because he did, yeah, okay. So because he had a physical time machine, he did physical time travel, which kept his memories from the timeline that he came from. But we're doing some weird microwave email time travel, and he doesn't know how to deal with that. Okay. 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 I understand. I'm putting my phone away. I think that's what's... I think that is the difference. It's the difference between, like, physically being in a time machine versus the fact that we used, like, the text. And that's how we changed the past. Which somehow put us in a different world line.
これが笑わずにいられるか。実に傑作ではないか。この俺が持つ力だと。今さらそんなこと言われなくとも、俺はとっくに気づいていたぞ。
Physically traveling versus mentally traveling. True. Although, I feel like it. I don't know. It's like, I mean, he experienced like vertigo. But yeah, I guess that's still like, overall, it is definitely a mental thing. But do we even mentally travel? I don't know, man. I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, I think that's definitely the distinction here. I snap my eyes open wide. I raise my phone high to the heavens. My phone is the phone that'll pierce the heavens! Sorry. I saw the opportunity.
話の流れはさっぱり見えんが、岡部次長しろとだけ言っておく。
え？
え？
あ。
Risu hides her face in her book. She pretends to read, but I can see from here that her ears are bright red. How does she know about Shinobu? Is she an Chandler after all? I swear we've been through this, bro. No, that doesn't matter now. She's on the internet. I need to reply to Titer. True. Alright, what are we saying? What is beyond the wall? What will happen when we cross it? Nothing good, I would assume. If we cross the wall, we will have freedom. If we do not, then the dystopia I came from will be your future. Oh. Okay, maybe it will be okay. I don't know. In exchange for providing false peace and joy, your masters will stamp out every last vestige of free will. As I said on @channel, my goal is to change that future, and you may be the one who can make that possible. So no pressure. None at all. Great. Yeah, me too, man. Okay, now it's getting creepy. Is this some new cult? Or is he really trying to con me here? He's also contradicting himself again. The Titer who appeared in 2000 said he traveled back in time to retrieve technology lost in World War III. Yet this guy's saying he came to prevent the creation of a dystopia ruled by CERN. This guy might be an imposter. I'm fed up, so I quit replying. But just as I'm about to put away my phone, another mail comes. I open up my phone reluctantly while enduring Karisu's cold glare. And what I read there... raises the hairs on the back of my neck. Yoma, I want you to be the Messiah. What is this? Fear? Disgust? I don't know, but something is very wrong. Well, Chapter 3 clear. Messiah. Noun. In Christianity, a title for Jesus Christ. 2. One who brings salvation to mankind. Savior. 3. One who rescues others from peril. Oh boy. Salvation. Noun. 1. Deliverance from pain and suffering. From Kojian Dictionary.
ジョン・タイターは実にバカだな。
I scream at the absurdity. Daru and Karisu give me exasperated stares, but I ignore them.
この俺がメシアだと？勘弁してもらいたいものだ。人類を救済するなど、くだらないにも程がある。
Interesting. Interesting. Wait, when did Daru get here? That's a good question. I assume he showed up looking for his wallet? Maybe? Assuming it's yeah, no, it is the same day. So I would guess he came back for his wallet when everything was happening.
俺はメシアとは正反対の資質を持つ狂気のマッドサイエンティストホーインキョーマであり、幾多の修羅場をかいくぐり、長年機関から逃れ続けてきたのだ。そんな俺が望むのは混沌。権力者を倒せば平和が訪れるとでも思っているのか。答えは否。断じて否だ。そんな夢物語を信じている脳みそがお花畑な奴にはそのまま死ねと忠告してやろう。権力の破壊の後に始まるのは秩序なき混乱なのだ。
あのさ、マキセ氏、オカリンは一体どうしちゃったんだぜ？
A lot, brother. A lot.
さあ、数時間前までジョン・タイターと熱心にメールしてたと思ったら急に静かになって。で、30分くらい前からこんな状態。
なんか今日のオカリンって全体的にヤバくね？
同意するわ。
聞け、そこのラボメン2人、これよりオペレーションウルドを再開する。
マジで？下に店長まだいるけど？
案ずるな、どうせブラウン管工房はそろそろ閉店の時間だ。
夜は電話レンジが作動しないはずでしょ。
Oh yeah, that's true.
やってみる価値はある。検証するのだ。何時まで電話レンジカッコ仮の作動を確認できるかをな。と同時にダル、それにクリスティーナ、お前たちには D メールによって過去を変えてもらう。
過去を？
Oh, he wants them to do it instead. I still don't believe in the many worlds interpretation or Titer's attractor field theory. Actually, I'm starting to doubt them more and more. If we want to know how the world works, we'll have to figure it out ourselves, and to do that, we need to experiment. One thing I'm sure of is that the mass disappearance in Akiba is related to emails somehow. As is the strange disconnect between my memories and everyone else's. According to Titer, I have a supernatural power, the one I call Reading Steiner. My doubts about Titer's veracity aside, I do need to determine if I am indeed the only person who keeps his memories when the past changes.
好きなように過去を変える。ただし、なるべく分かりやすい形でだ。
Preparations for the phone wave named subject to change are complete. Dara's eyes wander to the ceiling in thought. Next to him, Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and starts gathering her things.
私は帰る。今日の実験結果は明日レポートで見せて。
待て！
When I grab her by the shoulder, Kurisu nearly topples over.
何すんのよ。
そのレポートは誰が書くのだ？
岡部に決まってるでしょ。作戦立案者なんだから。被験者自身も実験中の所感なんかを書いておいてくれるとなおいいけど。
Kurisu glances at Daru.
過去改変には興味がないのか？あれほど実験に前向きだったではないか。
あんたね、昼間のことをもうきれいさっぱり忘れたわけ？私は反対した。
だが実験が始まってからは乗り気だった。文句一つ言わず付き合った。
妄想を垂れ流さないで。
I twist my lips into a grin.
客観的に慣れていないぞ、クリスティ・セレセブよ。
いちいち言い直すのよ。
実験はすでに一度行われた。この俺が過去を改変した。
うわ、オカリン、抜け駆け行くない。
そうではない。過去を改変した結果、お前たちは改変前の一部の記憶を失ったのだ。
今日の昼間のこと？ロト6がどうとか急に言い出したけど。
そうだ。
Okay, so he's telling both of them now, finally. Explain what happened earlier this afternoon.
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか？
本気だ。
マジっすか？
One good look at my face and Daru seems to understand I'm not joking. Kurisu, on the other hand, has a sour look, but she's always like that. Why did everyone else lose their memories? Actually, did everyone else lose their memories? In order to find out, I need to perform the same experiment.
うわっ、オッケー。僕一つどうしても変えたい過去があるんだよね。
Daru is quick to adapt, as always. We've known each other for a long time. He trusts me implicitly. Or maybe he's just being faithful to his desires.
なんだダイエットしろと1年前の自分に送るのか
Man.
そんなメール来てもダイエットなんかしないし。
Live your life, Daru. Daru tells me he wants to change the events of the Ferris Cup held at May Queen Nian a few days ago. On that day, Daru got insta-killed by Ferris in the Rhinet Access Battlers match. Ah.
その結果を覆そうと
フェイリスタンの作戦はほぼ完璧に覚えてるんで、その裏をつこうってことだよ。うわ、僕って頭良くね？
I don't know if I'd say a genius, but, it's fair. Oh. Speaking of lotteries, Maishi won a magazine sweepstakes once. Amazing, huh? You know the hero of Gunbam? Setsuri, I won an autograph from his voice actor. Let's go! You're still reading anime magazines? You're a true otaku. Setsuri, is he from the latest Gunbam? I haven't seen it. The original is the best anyway. I never knew Mayuri was a voice actor otaku. Yo, Gunbam, let's go! Based Gunbam. Ferris is probably too good for that to work. She'll just counter his counter strategy.
まあいい
He makes a fair point with that, actually.
D メールを送る準備を
But, like, maybe.
よーし、僕頑張っちゃうぞ。
Dar hunches over and starts typing out the mail, leaving me to input the forwarding address into the phone wave, name subject to change. I sit in front of the X68000 and take a look at my watch. It's 6:55 p.m. Nope. 7:36. Only a little bit off. No way to know if the phone wave, name subject to change, will operate at this hour. We haven't figured out the exact window yet.
あんた自身はどう考えてるの？記憶が継続してることについて。
しつこいぞゾンビの異名は伊達ではないというわけか
意味がわからない。
ゾンビは死してなお人に襲いかかってくる実にしつこいのだ
冗談はやめて。こっちは本気で話してるんだけど。
Well, no one else has technically acted like they... You know, no one's acknowledged that it happened. Everything's been different. So... You know... Karisu's glare is scarier than usual. I might have wet myself a little there.
俺は D メールの送信先が鍵だと考えているすなわち未来からのメールを受け取った人間その人間だけは
Oh,
過去改変の影響を受けない
that is a fair hypothesis.
かもしれない
Actually, that hypothesis doesn't explain the mass disappearance in Akihabara. Of course, I still don't have concrete proof that the mass disappearance incident was related to D-mail. Oh, that's true! Because that was... Wait. I think... Yeah, no, that... It made sense, and then it didn't as soon as he brings that up, because Daru was the one who received that D-mail. Which would mean that it's the sender? We'll never know unless we experiment.
ダルの実験が終わったら次はお前に D メールを送ってもらう内容について考えておいてくれ
嫌よ。
Risu replies emphatically.
私は送らない。
怖いのか
そういう問題じゃない。
ならばタイムパラドックスのことを気にしているのか
それもあるけど、どっちかっていうと個人的なポリシー。
Policy?
過去を変えるなんて卑怯な感じがするから。
Fair.
私がこれまでに蓄積してきた人生はたかだか18年だけど、それでも その記憶を改変なんてしたくない。
なるほど。今の自分は完璧であり不満はなく、だから変えたくないと？
なんでそうなる？これまでの自分を否定したくないの。たとえ失敗ばかりだったとしても、それを含めて今の自分があるんだから。
電話レンジカッコ仮が完全に問題を解決して実用化されても使う気はないと？ジョン・タイターがタイムマシンを好きに使っていいと仮に言ってきても、どの時代に飛ぶ気もないと？青い猫型ロボットが机の引き出しから出てきてもそれを使わないと？
Kurisu nods firmly.
使わないわ。
だが実験は大好き。そうだな。
好きで悪いか？
すなわち自分は高めの見物を決め、他人を実験台にしてほくそ笑む。実にマッドなサイエンティストだ。
あんたね。
できたお。
Kurisu stalks towards me, but is pushed aside by Daru, who presents his phone with a triumphant grin. I take a look. At Ferris Cup, enemy setup, VL, VVL, VLL.
さっぱり意味がわからない。
I mean, as long as Daru gets it. Also, Kurisu, pretty based, can't lie. Me neither.
フェイリスタンのカードの配置だお。見ればわかるだろ上皇。オカリンたちが疎いだけ。
Well, whatever. Preparations are complete. If this works, the mail will arrive at Daru's phone 52 hours ago. The discharge phenomenon occurs normally. I close my eyes to shield them from the lightning and sparks. The D-mail was sent. Daru should have received it 2 days ago. However,
そのことをなんで俺は覚えている？
when I sent a D-mail earlier this afternoon, everyone else forgot all about it. If Daru's D-mail changed the past, then the present should have changed too. Daru should be the only one who remembers that he sent a D-mail.
過去変わった？
Daru looks around in confusion. Well, we didn't get the weird numbers and stuff pop up, so your text may have gone through, but I'm a little sus.
ちょっと待て。誰も覚えているんだな。
え、何が？
今 D メールを送ったことだ。
Daru nods. Then I turn to Kurisu. She answers before I ask.
覚えてるに決まってるでしょ。何バカなこと言って。あ、そうか。岡部がさっき言ってたことが正しいなら、私とあんたは過去が変えられた記憶はないはず。
ダル、お前フェイリス杯でフェイリスに勝てたのか？
わかんね
勝てたらフェイリスの手料理とか言っていたはずだ。それは食べられたのか？手料理とは何だった？
え。わかんねえ。しょぼーん。
I checked Daru's sent history. As expected, the D-mail he just sent isn't there. I do, however, find the D-mail in his inbox. He received it 2 days ago, just like we wanted. This is the same thing that happened when I sent my D-mail.
もしかして過去は変わってないんじゃないの？
Mayuri-chan's obsessed with this anime called Rainet, but I rented it to see what it was about. I don't usually watch anime, and when I do, I prefer romance. I found this anime to be pretty deep, even though it's aimed at children. I was surprised. Yes, I was so engrossed in Rainet, I couldn't do any practice swings with Samidare. I'm sorry. Oh my lord. Hello? What? What? What is this? Rhinet Kakaru, Axis number 2. On to the future, Rhinet formation. Completely engrossed by their discussion, Hirari and Tamaru raise their voices. Just what sort of person is Kakaru? Kakaru is actually a warrior who protects the order of the internet. A net guardian. Hirari and Tamaru wanted to tell their friends how cool that was, but Kakaru forbade them due to the risk that he may have to fight with the culprit. At the time, they received news that the mystery hacker, Beesman, has attacked an online game server. Kakaru immediately challenges him using Nagaya-san's newly made Rhinet card and the unique browser Alpha Gate. Dude, my mom is cooking something, and I think it's biscuits. They smell really good. Maybe? I don't know, she's baking something. The first use of the new Rhinet card. Despite his lack of experience, Kakaru successfully casts his boot spell. Just when Kakaru thinks he has easily won against the cracker, Beesman, who has complete control of the game server, overwrites the game system, sealing Kakaru deep within the game's loop dungeon. Kakaru is in danger. At that moment, somehow Kirari and Tamaru also server dive. They came to save Kakaru. Furthermore, these two are well versed in this game. As game players, they couldn't forgive the hacker who had taken over the server and toyed with the game players, so they decided to join forces with Kakaru. With their magnificent assistance and Kakaru's shoot ability, they successfully defeated Beesman. And when they do, suddenly an unknown chat window opens up on their monitor. It's a signal from Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. By any chance, are they here to praise us? They think in delight, but the police turn to them and say, "You're under arrest." Alright, sure. Now you're hooked on Rhinet? Everyone around me is buying into that Rhinet craze. How can it be so popular? Don't tell me it's an organization plot! That's your problem right there. You can't waste your time with romance fluff. If you have that much free time, practice with Samidare. Are they both? Yeah. Interesting. He's the one who changed the past, yet he doesn't remember what happened after the change? That's odd. Not really! But we didn't remember either. It wasn't until Lukaku showed up that we knew that the freaking... that Lotto was even bought. The ticket, rather.
マユシ、まだバイト中だよね。あのさ、悪いんだけどフェイリスタンはそこにいる？うん、いるんだね。じゃあさ、ちょっと聞いてほしいんだけど、僕ってこの前のフェイリス杯でフェイリスタンに勝ったっけ？負けたっけ？
I feel like asking that is terrible. He should have just asked who won the Ferris Cup.
え？負けた？誰が？フェイリスタンが？僕が？あ、そう。瞬殺？そう。わかったわ。
Okay. So it's like a normal D-mail. Dar's shoulders droop as he hangs up the phone.
その様子だと過去は変えられなかったみたいね。
なんで？オカリンは変えられたんしょ？
橋田が送った勝つための方法って必勝法じゃないせいじゃない？有利になるってだけで。
I had the same thought. Ferris is supposedly a world-class player. Dar's time travel cheat may not have been enough.
最終的にフェイリスさんが橋田に勝ったから
that's true.
過去は変わらなかった。
But I don't know.
そうだけどさ、ゲームの過程は変わるじゃん。
たかがその程度ではダイバージェンスは揺らがないということかもな。
岡部が言うようにもっと分かりやすく過去が変わったって確かめられる改変にしないと実験の意味がない。 あ、いえ、別にこの実験に賛成ってわけじゃないけど。
いや、まだだ。まだ終わらんよ。
Daru starts typing another mail.
もう一度別のアドバイスを過去の僕に送ってみる。今度はもっと的確にフェリスタンに本気で勝てるようなアドバイスだお。
そんなにも勝ちたいのか。
むしろそれほどまでにフェイルスの手料理を食べたいのだろう。
オカリンの答えでファイナルアンサー。
Daru writes another D-mail. I don't bother checking what it says, I won't understand anyway. We activate the phone wave, name subject to change, and send the mail through, just like before.
Oh?
Nothing happens. No discharge. Usually it happens 10 to 20 seconds after pushing the start button. The timer counts down to 0 without incident. I guess that means they're done for the
時間
day?
切れ。
おそらくな。
なんだよ、せっかく素晴らしいアドバイス書いたのに。
やむを得ない。実験は明日に持ち越しだ。
I checked the clock. It's just past 7 p.m. Looks like that's the cutoff.
昨日
Strange.
ホテルに帰ってからずっと考えてた。この電話レンジはどういう原理で時間移動を可能にさせているのか。
LHC と似たことが起きているのだよ。お前は言ったはずだ。LHC は巨大な電子レンジだと。
電子レンジが LHC と同等の機能を持ってたら、日本は一家に一台ブラックホールになるわね。
それは日本沈没ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
Yeah?
セルンがあまりに簡単にカーブラックホールを作ってるように見えるから感覚が麻痺してるけど、そもそもブラックホールなんて人工的に作れるものじゃないし、とんでもないリスクのある代物だし、家庭の電子レンジがブラックホールを作れると思う方がどうかしてる。
Tiger's time machine is small enough to fit inside a car, and it makes black holes. Well, that's what he said at least. Now that I'm a little skeptical of Tiger, I don't feel like bringing it up.
一つ言えるのは、電子レンジ単体じゃブラックホールは作れないということ。この電子レンジに何かが干渉して電子を注入してきているのは間違いない。
An outside source of electrons. What could that be?
さて、私は帰るから。これ以上むさ苦しい男どもの巣にはいられないんで。また明日レポートまとめといてね。
Kurisu flings off her lab coat and hurries out the door. He was serious about the report.
ふむ、マキセ氏の着ていた白衣か。どれ？
Daru. No. As Daru reaches for the lab coat to smell Kurisu's lingering fragrance, I grab him by the neck and pull down hard. Thank you.
どれではないバカが。そんなくだらないことをしている暇があったら明日の実験でどう過去を改変するか考えておけ。
There wasn't anything to do after Kurisu left. I tried operating the phone wave, name subject to change, a couple more times before I went to sleep, but the discharge phenomenon simply would not occur. Now it's the next morning and I'm sitting on the bench in front of the Brawn Tube workshop. It only... It only works in the daytime. Is it like somehow connected to the sun? I don't know. Probably too easy. Still early and it's already blazing hot. It's as if I'm baking in the sun. Sweat is dripping off my chin. We're supposed to be experimenting today, but not a single lab mem has arrived yet. After waiting impatiently for a while, the first person I see is someone on a moped. Oops.
おう、ずいぶん暇そうだな、岡部。
No. Not really. I mean, yes, but like,
おはよう
not
ござい
alone.
ますおかりんおじさん
The Tenoji pair come riding in on a moped.
俺はおじさんではない。兄様と呼べ。
お父さんどうしよう
岡部、おめえうちの娘に何をふざけたことを吹き込んでやがる。
教育がなっていないのではないですか、ミスター・ブラウン。その子が俺のことをおじさん呼ばわりするのを何とかしてください。
いいだろ別に。器の小さい野郎だな。
I mean, it's not like he calls no one by their real name, their true name, so to speak, except for Daru, I suppose.
なえ、こんな野郎の言うこと聞かなくていいからな。
うん
It goes both ways, probably. The manager parks his moped and quickly enters the store. Sister Braun's about to follow him when she turns her attention toward the end of the street and instantly brightens up. I follow her gaze and see Mayuri walking this way. Oh, I figured it was Suzuha.
おかりんおはようまゆりお姉ちゃん
Nai runs up to Mayuri with a happy smile. Assistant. Have you written that report yet? For your information, I wasn't joking yesterday. If you blow this off, then you have no right to call yourself a scientist. Maybe this is too much for a freshman like you to understand, but writing papers is a part of being a scientist. Yo. Let lesser men worry about such things. I have inventions to build and discoveries to make. I'm not a mere scientist. I am an insane mad scientist versus... You're so confident in your superiority. Then show me your power. Let's go! I want to see your power. Without breaking a stride, she jumps into Mayuri's chest.
なえちゃんおはようおはよ
They get along so well that you'd think they were sisters. Mayuri has the ability to get along with anyone, so it's no surprise. Naya avoids me and Daru, but she adores Mayuri, and she always goes for a flying hug whenever she gets a chance. Daru sometimes complains about that. He would, the freak. What a lucky girl. I wish I could jump into Mayushi's chest like that. No, wait. It would be better to have Nayatan jump into my chest. His internal debate went on for hours, and no one cared.
うなえちゃんにこれ
Shaking my damn head.
どうぞ
Mayuri takes some candy out of her convenience store bag and gives Nae.
うわーありがとうはいおかりんにも
Yo, candy. She offers me some, which I silently accept.
そこに座って何してるの
ラボメンが全員集まるのを待っているのだ。
おかりんおじさんは暇なの
Slacking off from what? Why, you chipmunk? You have to be so blunt? One of these days I'll teach you to respect me.
違うよなえちゃん
Doubt.
あのねおかりんはきっとなんか難しいことを考えてるんだよああそうなんだ
Good job, Mayuri.
おかりんおかりんこの時間だと電話レンジちゃんはビリビリしないんだよねじゃあね焼きそばパンをチンしてもいいかな
ドアの部分を取っ払ったから温めるのは無理だ。
Yeah, they sure need a new microwave.
そうだった
I've been saying this.
ばかりだよ。ちなみにね、おかりは朝ごはん食べた？
いいや。
だったら一緒に食べる？焼きそばパンは冷たいまま食べるとして、ラーメン缶なら湯煎で温められるし。
Ramen packaged in a can like a drink, sold in vending machines. Unlike regular ramen, the noodles are made of konjac. Ramen in a can.
なえちゃんも食べる？朝ごはん食べてきた。そっか。
Nywaves then heads back inside the Brawn Tube workshop. I'm lured by the prospect of canned ramen. I go inside the lab with Mayuri. The stagnant air makes the room hotter than outside. It doesn't improve much even after we open the window and turn on the fan. You know, I know that the plan was to, like, be able to move and get, like, a better place to make more experiments, but really they needed to win the lotto so that they could get a freaking air conditioner.
タル君とクリスちゃん、まだ来ないのかな？
ああ、ラボメンとしての自覚が足りんな。
Just then, the sound of a braking bicycle. Huh? What kind of bike is she driving? Comes from downstairs. When I look out the window, I see part-time warrior arriving. He immediately notices me, looks up and waves.
トゥットゥルー、すずさん。
Yo, we got a second tooth through. Let's go.
はーい、シーナマユリ、トゥットゥルー。
I lied. We have a third. A third tooth through has hit the towers. They seem to have hit it off. Like I said, Mayuri gets along with everyone.
岡部倫太郎、タイガーはなんて？
さあな。
I thought I dodged the question, but part-time warrior is persistent.
やる気ないの。聞いたんでしょ？
聞いたが、奴の言うことが正しいかわからなくなった。
そうなの？どの辺が？
Why is she so flustered?
そうか。あのバイト選手、タイターオタか。
I can't wait for her to freaking be tighter. I guess there's an otaku for everything. That would explain even more why she's so sus.
ああ、クリスちゃんだ。
Mayuri leans out the window to wave her hand. Risu is walking towards the lab. That reminds me, doesn't part-time warrior have something against Risu? She sure does. Is that gonna happen currently? Are we gonna get some beef? They're gonna fight? I look at Suzuha. Her expression has changed dramatically. What? Why? Why? Now she's staring at Kurisu in complete silence. She doesn't move a muscle. It's like she's trying to start a fight with her glare. Kurisu's pretty stubborn too, so she meets Suzuha's glare for glare. The two of them exchange a word or two in front of the building. For a second I'm worried that they might start throwing punches, but that doesn't happen.
クリスちゃん、トゥットゥルー。
Yep, we got a third. Wait, no, a fourth. I already lost count. That's crazy. I got distracted by the freaking fighting.
下のバイトと何を話していたんだ？
Dude, why is she so mad? I can't count to 4. It's bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad. Risu shrugs her shoulders.
別に大したことは言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えって。
I wish she would say it, because What is up with her? I don't think that's nothing. He's lucky that didn't lead to blows. It does? That's crazy. Nothing pronounces my name correctly. Like ever. My entire life. That's wild. Can't use my fingers. Count. You're so right. I can't wait to see myself in Tomodachi Life later. That's exciting. I am in awe though. That's wild.
何も悔しそうにうなってるだけだった。一体何なのかしら。
牧瀬氏の人気に嫉妬してるに決まってるじゃん、上皇。
I don't think that's true. Daru bursts into the lab.
本来なら私がラボメンナンバー004になって楽しくみんなと青春する予定だったのに悔しいみたいに。
I don't think that's true.
三次元は恐ろしい。
3D as hell though, he's not wrong.
ラボメンナンバーなんて好きなだけ譲るけど。
なんだと。ラボメンナンバーは某国において数千万円というレートで違法に取引されるほどの貴重な資格なのだぞ。
But you would give it away.
パスポートじゃあるまいし。そもそも某国ってどこだおい。
みんな仲良くいられる方がね、マユシーはいいな。
Yeah, you know what? If only. Mayushi, you freaking pure soul. That's just not how the world works. I don't really care about their little quarrel anyway. I do, just because it's weird. And suspicious. But fair. Only one thing interests me now. The mystery of the D-mail. We begin experimenting immediately. Even though it's still morning, the electrical discharge occurs on demand. Things look favorable today. That reminds me, we haven't talked to Mr. Braun yet. Maybe we should come up with an excuse first. To be honest though, I don't care what he thinks. For we are at war. War against the organization and CERN, the dark powers that rule the world from the shadows.
安西先生、フェイリスタンの手料理が食べたいです。
Anzai Sensei, the coach from a famous basketball manga. On the internet, posters sometimes express a desperate desire by quoting the manga like so. Anzai Sensei, I want to... Another off-quoted line, this one spoken by Anzai Sensei, is if you give up, it's game over. Is that the guy from Slam Dunk, or is it a different one? I mean, that's my guess. But it's been a while since I've watched Slam Dunk. I still have to finish it, but I can't remember who the coach is. I'm guessing it's Slam Dunk. That is the basketball manga.
諦めたらそこで試合終了だよ。
It is him? Heck yeah. I gotta finish that. I really want to... I really want to watch the movie. Unfortunately, Daru's second D-mail fails to change the past. I get the feeling Ryonet matches are difficult to cheat your way out of like this. I also don't know if that's the problem. Not to mention we're limited to 36 bytes of text. Looks like we have to give up on Daru. He's gone to drown his sorrows in the internet. Real. Going from part-time warrior. Akihabara is such a strange town. Everywhere I look, I see drawings of cute girls. Some of them have their breasts fully exposed, which startled me. Coming here has been a real culture shock. It's amazing how peaceful Japan is now. What do you mean now? What do you mean? She's gotta be tighter. I don't freaking trust this girl. But if that is a thing, then that still doesn't explain why she's got beef with Kurisu. But like, what if she is... What if... Wouldn't be the first time someone's lied to be someone else on the internet. Won't be the last. Unfortunately, Moe has become the symbol of Akihabara and the chaos that rules here. Get used to it. I can imagine how that would shock someone who isn't prepared. What if who's what? Suzuha. What if Suzuha's John Titor? I don't trust it. I mean, maybe not, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if she is. I agree. It's all because of the organization's effort to stupefy Japan. Huh? Is she smart enough? This is all sussy territory. I mean... I don't know if she... I don't know. She's sus enough, but she is the one that was like, oh, maybe you should talk to John Titor. And then, you know, the next day she was like, hey, did you talk to him? Did it help? So, I don't know. Which, to be fair, you know, he is a public figure, so it could just be genuine. Oh my gosh, my voice. I'm losing it today. Or she could just be like, hey, was I helping when I was messaging you? Do you want to be the Messiah? I don't know. I don't know. Moral of the story is I just don't trust this lady. Well, she's never told us where she came from. And she keeps, like, alluding that she's from somewhere else. Hydrate again. So real. So real. I will not say no to that. Alright. So who do we experiment on? From the look on Kurisu's face, I don't think she's willing to change her policy. That leaves only one candidate.
Mayuri-yo. 次はお前に過去を変えてもらおう。
Oh boy. Lord help us. That's a lot of stress.
変えてもいいの？
That's a lot of stress to put on Mayuri. I don't know, man.
でもね、過去を変えるって何を変えればいいのかな？
Mayuri looks stumped as she slurps her canned ramen.
あ、それじゃあね、こういうのはどうかな？ルカ君にマユシーのコスを着てもらえるように過去を変えるの。
どうやって？
I was gonna say, is that something that we can do?
ルカ君にメールを送るとかだよ。
I don't think a simple request is going to change the past.
もっと簡単で分かりやすいものはないのか？
She slurps more ramen.
そのラーメン缶を使おう。
Looks like I'm the only one with ideas.
1時間前のマユリに D メールを送るのだ。今日はおでん缶が食べたいとな。
You know, that's not far off. Because I was thinking, like, what if she tells herself in the past to, like, buy extra bananas or something?
わあ、それね、すごくいいかも。
え？
今日もね、自動販売機の前で10分くらい迷っちゃったんだよ。おでん缶にしようかな、ラーメン缶にしようかな。
Man.
つまり後押しがあれば、マユリは必然的におでん缶を食べたくなるというわけだな。よし、それで行くぞ。
うん、わかった。じゃあ、過去を変える前に
She's gotta finish it. Yep.
全部食べとかないと。
You know what? She's real for that. I can't even lie. Mayuri starts shoveling the ramen into her mouth.
食べておかないとどうなるの？
もったいないもん。
あ、
Yeah, I mean, if the timeline changed.
そうね。
Karisu clearly doesn't know what to say. Nah, I get her. I understand. Mayuri really is a ditz. I'm used to it by now, of course. Nah, she's food-oriented. I get the phone wave name subject to change prep for D-mail. The content of Mayuri's mail is simple enough. Canned Odin. Piping hot and delicious. I just hope it actually works. We wait for Mayuri to finish eating her canned ramen, then activate the phone wave name subject to change. Send it 1 hour back. We put 1 number sign. In other words, we set the microwave for only 1 second. I wonder if the discharge phenomenon will occur in such a short span of time. That's something else we'll learn from this experiment.
電話レンジカッコ仮起動。
I was gonna say, that's pretty fast. There wasn't enough time to blink.
1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないか。データ通りだけど貴重な実証データが取れた。
これって例えば事前に暖気みたいなことしたらどうなるん？
暖気？
つまりさ、1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないわけでしょ。だから事前にメールを送らずに30秒ぐらいレンジ動かしとくんだお。その後間を置かずにタイマー1秒でもう一度動かす。そしたら1秒でも放電現象起きそうじゃね？
根拠は？
ネス。
マユリよ、もっと他に何かないのか？
じゃあ昨日買ったおにぎりの具を違うものにするとか。
お前は昨日食べたおにぎりの具の種類を覚えているのか？
Feel like she's not. But maybe. Oh, never mind! Truly food-oriented.
即答？
Impressive.
だからね、おかかも明太子にしようよ。
Maybe we should find another test subject. We don't really have anyone. Something is telling me we're going to have to look outside the lab. I go for a walk to clear my head. After lunch at King Burger, I grab a coffee at Starbucks on the first floor of Yodobashi. Oh no. Coffee chain and... Freaking King Burger, dude. That's diabolical. Hate that. I left Mayuri and the others at the lab. I need some time to get my thoughts in order. I recall what happened when I sent myself the Lotto 6 numbers. The moment I sent that D-mail, I felt a strong tremor, and then the world as I knew it changed slightly. The fact that I had sent a D-mail had been undone. I know that because it had disappeared from my send history. However, it was in my inbox. The mail had definitely reached the past. What does that mean? The mail was received but never sent. Isn't that a time paradox? Is that the reason why everyone else lost their memories? Why did that happen? The butterfly effect? That's not an answer. Changing the past changed the world. Ryder spoke of divergence. When divergent changes, are people's memories reconstructed to match the new world line? But how come I remember the previous world line even after the past changes? My deliberations are interrupted by an incoming mail. I don't have time for this. He doesn't, I can't open it. It's a mail, so I can just reply to it later. I concentrate on my coffee. However, another one. Well, we know who that is. All these mails. No doubt about it, it's gotta be Kiryu Moika, the male demon known as Shining Finger. How can she be so shy in real life and so persistent in email? It'd be like that, you know? There's something wrong with that woman. I sigh and open my mail reluctantly. Can I send a D-mail too? Please?
Nani?
Please reply. I'm a lab mem too, right? Pretty please? She wants to send a D-mail? We did need a different subject. That reminds me. Yesterday I made Moika lab mem 005. That means she's qualified to participate in our experiments. Moika seems serious, so she might meet my demands. Most importantly, all the other lab mems are completely useless when it comes to D-mails. I still haven't been able to verify whether or not I can keep my memories if someone else changes the past.
いや、しかし。
This could be useful. I'm worried. Moika works for an editorial company. In other words, she's related to the media. What if she sends a D-mail and leaks words of the time machine? We'd be flooded by press. Gone will be the days of lurking in the shadows. My location will be exposed to the organization. Of course, sooner or later we're going to have to announce our findings to the world. But in that case, I'd rather choose a national newspaper or TV network to cover the event, rather than some shady magazine. That way, it'll spread faster throughout Japan, nay, the world. Either way, something tells me it's better not to go public through Moika. I'm a lab mem too, aren't I? However, Moika is a lab mem. Yesterday we told her everything about the phone wave, name subject to change, and emails. Moreover, we made her one of us. It was necessary to buy her silence. Realizing that I have no reason to deny Moika her request, I put my phone to my ear.
俺だ。ああ、少しばかり迷っている。何？声でわかるだと？叶わないな。電話レンジカッコ仮の実験にシャイニングフィンガーを引き入れるかどうかについて。バカな。あの女を生贄に捧げろというのか。確かに世界に混沌をもたらすためなら犠牲はやむを得ない覚悟だが、いや問題ない。むしろ迷っていた俺が情けない。マッドサイエンティストは失格かもしれんな。ああ、これは俺にとってむしろ典型とも言える申し出。まさにシュタインズゲートの選択となるだろう。エルプサイコングルー。
It's decided. I type a reply to Moika's mail. Indeed you are, lab mem number 5. Shining finger. Report to the lab at once. After sending it off, I hurry back to the lab. When I get back to the lab, Moika is squatting at the bottom of the staircase. Since she's not sitting on the bench, I guess that crouching while holding her knees is this particular woman's favorite position. She's staring at her phone like usual. When she's noticed me approaching, she slowly stands up. But she doesn't look at me.
ありがとう。
Oh.
何がだ？
I know it's selfish, but I really need to send a D-mail. Oh, okay.
別にわがままとは思っていない。むしろお前の申し出にこちらが感謝しているほどだ。
Wonder what hers is gonna be. Oh, the whole squad's still here, okay. Once we enter the lab, I get all the lab mems to stop what they're doing and tell them about Moika's situation.
いいと思います。萌香さんもラボメンだもんね。
Daru and Kurisu don't object either.
で桐生氏はどんなメールを送るつもりなん？
俺からの要望としては、過去が変わったかどうか確かめることができるようシンプルで分かりやすい内容にしてもらいたい。
Will that work? A new mail. Not just that, I'm sorry. There's one more thing. I want to keep my message secret. Why does she have to explain every little thing with a mail? No, more importantly,
内緒だと？どういうことだ？
I don't know if that is gonna help much with the experiment part, but I am curious.
何？どうしたの？
I mean, it's private. It'd be embarrassing if anyone knew.
いや、そういう問題ではなかろう。
Kurisu peeks at my phone from beside me.
なるほど。気持ちはわからなくはないけど、これはあくまで実験だと割り切ってデータの収集を優先すべき。
ほう。珍しく意見が一致したな、助手よ。
別にあんたに同意したわけじゃない。データを収集しないと電話レンジの仕組みがいつまで経っても解明できないって思ったからよ。
Every time they agree, it's very concerning.
女の子にはね、秘密がいっぱいあるので。
My Yuri.
誰にも言えない秘密をね、自分だけに教えろゲヘヘって言ってるのと同じだよ。
くわ、
I mean,
まさかこれ
I
ってセ
suppose
クハラになる？
as long as we know that she sends it, it counts, right?
落ち着けダル。
I turn to Mayuri and Moika, who appear to have formed some kind of mainstream girl alliance.
メールの内容にプライベートに深く関わることを書けと強制した覚えはない。
Risu nods firmly at my words. Looks like she doesn't intend to join the mainstream girl alliance.
私的な内容を送りたいにしても、今はまだ見送るべき。タイムパラドックスの問題も完全に解決されたわけじゃないし、もっと慎重に慎重を重ねないと。
You know, valid. Valid, actually.
私的な内容は NG。 少なくとも非公開にしたいという話は受け入れられないわ。あなたに悪意がなくてもメールの内容次第で時間軸に深刻な影響をもたらすかもしれないんだから。第三者にメールを見せてその内容について問題ないか吟味すべきよ。
うん。
Well, can she
俺が言いたいこと
show
は
my
全て
Yuri?
助手が言ってくれた。そして、
Since
そうは
they're
言いつつも
in the alliance?
我らは実験を中止するつもりはない。
あんたの意見を代弁したわけじゃないから勘違いしないで。
Cheeky little.
そもそも実験においてはプライバシーよりもデータが優先される。被験者になるならその覚悟は必要よ。
Don't tell me that's the reason Kurisu won't send a D-mail herself.
そうなの？まゆしはね、さっきそんな覚悟せずに送ろうとしてたよ。ごめんね、クリスちゃん。
別に謝らなくても責めてるわけじゃない。一般論を言っただけ。
I imagine some people might take issue with that statement, but I'll refrain from saying anything. I'd rather not get my head chewed off right now. Moika's expression doesn't change. Same as always, I don't know what she's thinking.
お前はすでにラブメンだ。俺たちを信用してもらわないと困る。プライベートな要件は後日にしてもらおう。もしできないというのならば、お前に見せてやらねばならなくなる。この俺、法王院京魔の中に眠る まがまがしき狂気の力をな。
All right, man. Moika's already typing on her phone. My threat was infectual, it seems? I'm having a stroke. Can I see the D-mails you've sent so far? I want to use them as a reference, Moika.
着信履歴ならあるぞ。
送信履歴は
ないというと語弊があるな。送信履歴は消えてしまうのだ。
I confirmed that after I sent the D-mail yesterday. Moika was there, but she doesn't remember either. Roger, I don't need to see the history, and I'll show you the message before I send it. Is that okay? Looks like she understands. I show the mail to Kurisu too.
萌香さん、無理しないでね。
Is that supposed to be encouragement? Mayuri sounds concerned for some reason.
じゃあさ、
You're out
ど
of
んな内容を
curry?
送るん？
Oh, finally!
そもそもオカリンの言う簡単で分かりやすい過去改変ってハードル高
You
すぎ。
finally ate all the leftovers. Dude, I could eat some curry.
何を言う。お前たちのレベルが低すぎるだけではないか。
I know. That's what I'm saying. Being on the curry sounds so sad. Truly. Moika murmurs. I finished with udon tonight. Andrew made some nice udon nudes. Oh heck yeah, that sounds fantastic.
ほう、これは期待できそうだな。具体的に説明を頼む。
Moika then invokes her power once more. Ultra fast typing, the power known as Shining Finger. The plan. About 4 days ago, I bought a new phone, but now that I've tried it, I think I should have stayed with the old one. Oh. So I want to use a D-mail to tell myself not to buy a new phone. If we do that, the phone I'm holding will change, won't it? Oh, ooh. Interesting.
シャイニングフィンガーは実に有能だな。
That's a good
ま
one.
さにラボ面の鏡。
This should make it easy to tell whether the past has changed. Looks like the three useless members have no objections to Moika's superior idea. We look at Moika's phone. It's purple and gaudy. There's no strap, and it's not like the deco phones popular among mainstream women nowadays.
お、それって先月出たばっかの GG01 じゃん。
A cell phone with decorations on it, primarily popular among young women. Swarovskis or rhinestones can be pasted on the phone surface for decoration. Ooh, are there curry pics? I will have to look soon.
最新機種だよ。確か液晶部分が着脱式でいろんなバリエーションのアタッチメントを選べるんだよね。
A detachable screen, that's crazy.
今品薄でどこ行っても入荷待ちだけどよく手に入ったな。
I remember these days, bro. I decorated my phone gem by gem. Man. It's the most popular model, but she wants her old one back? Hey, man. Sometimes new doesn't mean better. I guess hardcore phone users have other concerns besides fashion.
では、指圧し。
ねえねえ、どうして萌香さんのこと指圧師って呼ぶの？
それが、桐生萌香の力に、俺がつけた名だ。桐生萌香、お前は今後、先行の指圧師、すなわち、シャイニングフィンガーを名乗るがいい。
Moika shakes her head expressionless. Or expressionlessly.
何？嫌だというのか？能力名をつけてやったのに何が気に入らないというのだ。
萌香さんはね、萌香さんだからだよ。それにね、
True.
指圧師さんじゃなくて編集プロダクションで働いてて。
眉氏ネタにマジレス過去悪い。
Don't
ネ
feed
タ
the
ではない能力
trolls!
名だ。
くだらないこと言ってないで。準備するわよ。
I mean, to be fair, Shining Finger is probably the most accurate of all the names he's come up with. She do be typing fast. God damn it, you're just an assistant. Don't boss us around.
ブラウン店長に何か言われたらどうするん？
Ooh, I like this. I like this picture of them. Sorry, Dara. Whoa.
ミスター・ブラウンごとき恐れるな。奴が怒鳴り込んできたらこの俺が蹴散らしてやる。
マジで？オカリンかっけー。そこにしびれる憧れる。
実は口だけだったりするんでしょ。
I'll be the adult and ignore Kurisu's insult. Moika's already written her 36-byte mail. When I look at Moika to see if she's ready, she nods faintly. We set the timer to 100 seconds. The D-mail should arrive on Moika's phone 4 days ago, July 31st.
電話レンジカッコ仮起動。
About 15 seconds after activation, the discharge phenomenon occurs. I glance at Moika. She nods grimly, an unusual show of emotion. And then, she presses the button. Oh! The world twists into unrecognizable shapes. The floor is shaking. Or is it me? My vision blurs and loses color. I didn't think it was gonna work. The world lurches. I struggle to keep my balance. As I brace myself against further shaking, I try to analyze what I'm experiencing. This is far more intense than what happened when we sent the D-mails yesterday. And yet, I felt it before. I remember. This is what I felt right before the mass disappearance phenomenon. The shaking stops. I relax my body and look around. The past changed? Of course it has. That bizarre sensation just now is proof. I look around the room. The phone wave, named subject to change, should have 90 seconds left on the timer, is silent. Dara's here, Mayuri's here, Kurisu's here. Where's Moika?
指圧師はどこに行ったの？
Dara and Kurisu, who are discussing something in front of the X68000, look at me strangely. Wait, we remember? Again. This feeling of wrongness. Is she gonna remember? It's the same as yesterday.
指圧師？
オカリン、日本語で OK。
I leave the development room and check the lounge behind the sofa. In the dressing room, the bathroom, and the shower room, I look out the window at the street below. But Moika is nowhere to be found. Bro, text her! She's gone. No way. This is exactly what happened on the streets of Akiba. Why did she disappear? Because I experimented on her? Where did she go? Did I erase her from history? Did I banish her into the space between dimensions? I start quivering in horror at the magnitude of my error. In a daze, I step up to Mayuri, who's eating a banana. I grab her shoulders and shake her.
桐生萌香は 今の今までここにいただろ。
What?
桐生萌香だ。
Daru and Kurisu give me strange looks as well.
それ誰？
You've got to be shitting me.
聞いたことない。
Oh no, 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 no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's not good.
そんな。
Oh dear. So I did erase Moika's existence. No. That can't be. Well, that might be going a bit far, but, we clearly don't know her, or they don't know her. So something got messed up. I won't accept that I killed her. Let's breathe, brother.
まさかまた？
またってどういう意味だ。
Wait. So does she remember his experiment? What?
昨日も似たようなことがあった。私たちの記憶にないことをあんたは覚えていた。なんだっけ？そうそう、リーディングしたいな。
That's insane! Yes, that's the name I gave this phenomenon, or rather, to my ability to perceive it. When the world line changes, everyone's memories are reconstructed to match. That's what John Titor said. But somehow, I alone retain my memories even after the past changes. I named this power Reading Steiner. Kurisu remembered. To tell the truth, I just made it up out of thin air. But now that Moika has disappeared, I want to believe that this power is real. It's only their memories of Moika that disappeared, not Moika herself. That's what I'm saying. She's got to be okay, I think. Just in this timeline we haven't met, I assume. I'm guessing? Okay, no. So I still have my phone. Well, I don't know how long they'll stay, I suppose, because some of that stuff disappears the longer I'm in the timeline. Oops, didn't mean to hit that again. I need to contact Moika. I need to make sure I didn't erase her very... Bro's pulling out his phone, same as me! That's what I'm saying. Oh, is this where it this... Oh no, is this where she's already disappeared? He's gonna like click on it, it's gonna go. The only way to contact her is by mail. Reply the second you read this email. I send her a message saying reply the second you read this email. Now all I can do is wait for her to reply. Please reply.
オカリ、大丈夫？顔真っ青だよ。
I mean, she responds lightning fast, so... In fact, I'm anything but fine. I'm fighting deliberately to deny the possibility that I might have erased Moika from existence.
助手よ。今の実験のこと、どの辺まで覚えている？
今、実験をしたことさえ覚えてない。たった今、あんたは D メールを送ったのね。
ああ。ただし、昨日とは少し状況が違う。D メールを送ったのは俺ではなく、桐生萌香だ。
And then she vanished into thin air. Which reminds me, when I sent the Lotto 6 mail yesterday, Daru teleported from the development room to the lounge. Moika might not have disappeared, she probably just teleported somewhere. I hope that's it. In an attempt to calm myself down, I checked my phone's history for the mails Moika and I exchanged. That's strange. The mails she sent me are there, up until the one I received on July 31st at 12:43. But after that, the dozens of mails I remember receiving from her are gone. The D-mail she sent to cancel the phone model exchange was sent to arrive on July 31st. Did a time paradox erase Moika from existence the instant she received the D-mail? I shiver when I realize that I can't find any problems with that hypothesis. No way. It can't be. I mean, all her D-mail said was, don't change phone models. That's harmless, right? But then, what caused Moika to disappear from this room like that? Oh, hey, Nana. It's my affiliate anniversary, apparently. I'm freaking old on this website. You got a little birthday hat. Why does it look like Moika vanished 4 days ago? I don't even- I can't even say old, I'm ancient, actually. Dusty old bones. I'm prehistoric.
どうなると思う？
わからない。タイムパラドックスを経験した人間は未だかつて一人もいないから。
I had to come to terms with it earlier when it popped up for me, because apparently I didn't make an account when I used it when it was Justin TV, but I didn't make an account. When I made an account, it was Twitch, but I was streaming and stuff long before the affiliate program already happened. But yeah, apparently I became an affiliate immediately when the program launched. This day in 2017. So yeah, old, ancient, decrepit.
以前世界が消えるというようなことを言っていなかったか？
Bones full of dust. Somehow still here. Can't get rid of me. Many have tried.
あくまでそういう説もあると言っただけ。
I keep coming back.
もしかした
Reading
ら
badly on the
何
internet.
も起きないかもしれないし、某映画みたいにパラドックスに対する歴史の修正が入るかもしれない。ドクター・ホーキングは時間順序保護仮説でタイムパラドックスが起きる可能性の行為はそもそも実行不可能だとしてるし。
Chronological, bleh, my brain is dead. It's like the end of the day. But what do we got here? In quantum mechanics, a theory proposed by Stephen Hawking that states that time travel is impossible. Any attempt to travel through time will be prevented by quantum effects. Successful time travel requires infinite field energy, which is impossible to obtain. In other words, the laws of causality, and by extension, the chronologically... Bleh! Man, I wish I could freaking read. Or timeline of the universe, are protected by quantum mechanics. I know that feeling. God's tried to end me like 4 times, but I spit in his face at his pathetic attempts. Man. Dandy Randy streamed Astronomy once, and the dev commented on Twitter or something about depression. The highlight of Andrew's career. Yo, bro popped off. Truly. So all we have are theories.
あのね、マユシーはよくわかんないけど。
I need to freaking find out if Moika... I need to go because I can feel my voice failing, but like I need to go. I need to know what happened.
今もマユシーやオカリンたちがちゃんとこうしておしゃべりできてるっていうことはね、きっとそのパラドックスは起きてないんだよ。
I mean, a lot of stuff happened back in the day. But, obviously, the highlight of my sad little streaming career, quote unquote, is easily all my St. Jude stuff and going down there. But, my random fact is, my random fact is, it's Wednesday, my dudes, and the guy that, like, would start screaming, like, in, like, the goggles and the Spider-Man suit, from that one meme, he raided me several times. That was weird, but cool. Hope he's doing well. I've won Nana over! Yeah, that's my lore. The real Jimmy here guy raided me a couple times back in the day. It was very confusing. I was very, very shook. My claim to fame.
さすがまゆし、アホの子だね。
まゆしはアホの子じゃないよ。
I'm amazed that Mayuri and Daru can have such a carefree conversation despite all that's happened. They don't realize the gravity of the situation. We might have erased someone's very existence. That's what I'm saying, bro! I want to know! It doesn't help that she hasn't texted back yet, which is very out of character. Normally we would have gotten like 3 by now. In fact, if Moika really has vanished, then that means the phone wave named subject to change is also responsible for the mass disappearance phenomenon I witnessed in Akihabara. What if she's jealous? Don't! No! Don't say that. Don't. No. What if I erased all of those people? I don't want to consider such a frightening possibility, so I desperately shake the thought out of my head. I can't believe it. Oh? A mail. Is it Moika? I check the mail with hope in my heart. Oh, we're safe. Her being busy is insane, by the way. What do you mean you don't have time to text? My body goes limp from relief. A reply. She sent a reply. Moika still exists. She didn't disappear. Relief washes away my fear. My eyes filled with tears, not because I was worried for Moika, but because I thought I might be responsible for the horror of erasing someone's existence.
何が起きたか説明して、岡部。
I think 14 being on the Switch 2 is a hate crime. Pretty sure. I can't prove it, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I know I still don't have a Switch 2. And I know it's more powerful. But that still does not feel... That still doesn't feel correct. Although then again, the game was on a PS3. But, like, no. I don't like it. Urged by Kurisu, I explain everything that just happened. Permission to use violence against Nana? You know what? Yeah.
今この場からその桐生なんとかさんが消えたのは因果率を考えれば不自然じゃない気がしてきた。
どういうことだ？
詳しい経緯はわからないけど、過去を改変したことで今回の場合は7月31日以降、今日までの4日間の桐生さんの行動が微妙に変化した。
Oh. Interesting.
その結果、今この時間には 桐生さんはラボには来なかったというふうに再構成された。
So she's been acting weird. But that's why it looked like she teleported. I'm reminded of the teleporting banana? Gelbana? There we go. It's the end of the stream. I'm really fighting today. But I guess it's not the same thing. Moika didn't become a jelly man after all. That is you, Nana. You're right.
そんなことありえるん？
何とも言えない。 D メールを送った事実も抹消されてしまうなら、その D メールは誰が送ったのかっていう
I'm just
パラド
glad
ックス
she's
になる
alive.
し。
So even though I gotta wrap up, I had to know. I couldn't let that wait till freaking the weekend again.
それともう一つ、岡部に起きていることが消せない。
Okay.
何？
リーディングシュタイナーのこと。ちなみにその造語、恥ずかしいからやめた方がいい。
But yeah, why? I really thought it was only gonna work if he did it. I'm very surprised that it worked when Moika sent it instead. But now I'm even more curious if she remembers that she did it, or if Okabe is the only one that knows it happened. Which makes things even more confusing, I won't lie to you. But I am curious about it. Because at first I would have guessed that, like, he's the only one that can make the time travel or, you know, world line change and remember it. But if that's not the case, like, if someone else can make it happen, but he's still the only one that remembers it, is he, like, getting thrown through? I don't know. Much to ponder. I'm finally able to joke with Kurisu again. Well, maybe she wasn't joking. I feel like she does joke, but maybe not right now. That's none of her business.
さっきのあんたの説明じゃ、D メールを送ったのも受け取ったのもあんたじゃなかった。なのに、あんただけが
That's
世
what
界
I'm
線が変わる前のことを覚えて
literally
いる。
what I'm saying.
でもこれってあんたのただの妄想じゃない？
She said, "What if you're insane?" But you know,
脳内嫁ですね。
real.
わかります。
わかるな。
Yeah.
お前のような変態紳士と一緒にされたくはない。
I still don't think that's a real thing, but carry on.
桐生さんって人はもともと存在しなかった。あるいは桐生なんとかさんは実在するけど、
Oh shit, has it changed
そ
that
の人が
much?
D メールを送った事実は妄想だった。
Oh, it changed that much that she hasn't even showed up at all. I see, okay. I fall to my knees and press my hand against my left eye.
左目がこのマガンレーディングシュタイナーがうずく
オカリ大丈夫？
Mayuri peeks anxiously at my face, but I lightly push her aside.
ダメだマユリ俺に近づくな今の俺はお前を傷つけてしまうかもしれん
Is this like with his hand? Is this real? Or is he
で
just
もオカリ
being himself?
すごく苦しそうだよ。
釣りっしょ
Daru, I can't tell.
そうよね。
大丈夫だこのうずきはいつものことすぐに収まるこの魔眼がある限り俺は機関に狙われ続ける
Bro thinks he's Pegasus. That's crazy.
時間と見通す力しかしそれは同時に 諸刃の剣でもある。俺はこのあらゆる世界とあらゆる時間を見通す魔眼のせいで人間としての因果律から外れてしまった。
He's such an unreliable narrator because we can never tell if he's being serious or not, and that adds so much depth to this game. I know. Because, like, the last time when it happened to his hand, it was like... I don't know, he seemed really in pain, but, like, right now, I can't tell. Like... It could be, or it could not be. It's genuinely hard to tell at all. I think it could be either way. I kneel and press my head against the floor. And then I take a deep breath and gradually remove my hand from my left eye. Mayuri rubs my back.
おかり苦しいの？
いや、もう大丈夫だ。
Like, that literally could have been nothing, or that could have been real. I have no sweet clue. It could be either way. I stand up, then I shoot Kurisu a sharp glare.
何よ、今のただの演技でしょ。
クリスティーナ、お前は間違っている。
They're literally in the room with him, and they don't know either. Like,
すでにこれまでの実験で証明されているんだよ。俺のリーディングシュタイナーは本物だ。
はいはい、12秒12秒。
IRL would be like a mostly normal friend that just sometimes does that thing as I see his character. LOL. Yeah! Yeah. You're probably right, to be fair. But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like that one, maybe not. I think that one might have just been an act, but I'm skeptical about whatever happened with his arm that time. It's like, oh yeah, just let him be, I guess. He does that sometimes. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how Daru sees it.
私に注目してんのよ。見るの禁止。
They're all having the... She uses at-chan. That's what they're thinking. In any case, I've successfully deflected Kurisu's questions about reading Steiner. I don't feel able to answer right now. My emotions are a jumble, just as they were after Titer called me the Messiah. Yeah, that was something. Is this power real? If it is, then what does that make me? An unknown power sleeps within me. The thought sends a chill down my spine. I sit on the bench in front of the Brawn Tube workshop, staring into the night sky. I feel like he narrated about feeling the pain in his arm, but I could be wrong. But I think that's why I feel like the pain, like the arm was a thing? As opposed to this was him yelling his stupid dialogue. But I could be wrong, because that was a while ago, so we know how my memory is. So, uncertain. And I have to, like, go back and fact check it. I try sorting out what happened this afternoon, but it's impossible. The more I think about it, the more confused I get. And then I hear footsteps coming down from the second floor. Soon, Mayuri and Kurisu emerge.
帰るのか？
岡部ってずっとここに泊まり込んでるの？
まあな、マッドサイエンティストたるもの、研究所に寝泊まりして研究だけに没頭するぐらいでなければ 務まらない。
形から入るのって良くないと思うわけだが。
でもね、この場所ってとっても便利だよね。マユシーもお父さんお母さんが許してくれるならここに泊まりたいよ。
え？本気？
そしたらバイトに行くのもすぐだもん。ねえねえクリスちゃん、今度みんなでお泊まり会しよう。
Sleepover.
男性陣がいないのなら OK。
それは無理だ。
だったらまゆりさん、私のホテルに来たら？
ああ、そういえばそんな約束してたもんね。じゃあ今度お邪魔するね。
いつでも言ってくれていいから。それじゃあ。
Cute. Risu waves goodbye and starts walking in the opposite direction from Akihabara Station. Mayuri doesn't move from that spot. Instead, she starts doing her usual thing, Stardust handshake. She looks up to the night sky, raising her hand as if to grasp the stars. And with perfect timing, a shooting star crosses the sky.
ねえ、オカリ？
ああ、流れ星だな。願い事はしたか？
Mayuri doesn't answer. She keeps gazing at the sky.
オカリンって小学生の頃すごい熱を出して1ヶ月ぐらい寝込んでたことがあったよね。
何を突然言い出すんだ？
It was about 10 years ago, at the turn of the century, when the world was in an uproar over Y2K. Near the end of 1999, I had a fever of nearly 40 degrees Celsius that lasted about a month. I didn't recover until the new year. At least, that's what I've been told. I don't remember it myself. According to my parents, I was unconscious the whole time, tossing and turning. The doctors said it was a miracle I didn't die. Because of that fever, I didn't get to experience the Millennium Countdown event. They never figured out what caused it either.
あの時ね、マユシーはオカリンが死んじゃうんじゃないかって思ってすごく怖かったんだよ。だからね、おばあちゃんと一緒にお空に祈ってたの。オカリン死なないでって。
Oh.
この俺が死ぬはずがないだろう。何しろ10年前の時点で俺はトーマス・エジソンに匹敵する IQ170 の頭脳を持つマッドサイエンティストだったのだからな。
Actually, I'm not sure what Edison's IQ was.
そうだったんだ。オカリンってすごいんだね。でもね、まだちっちゃかったマユシーはそのことがわからなかったからお空に祈ってて。でね、大晦日もうすぐ年が明けるっていう時にね、流れ星がピューって流れたの。今みたいに。流れ星はね、消える前に3回願い事を唱えることができたら願いが叶うんだよ。知ってたかな？
Of course, that's the most common of common knowledge.
もちろんマユシーは一生懸命3回唱えたの。
Then Mayuri finally lowers her hand and turns to me. On her face is a soft smile.
次の日、年が明けた頃にね、オカリンは熱が下がって目を覚ましたのです。つまりマユシーはオカリンの命の恩人なんだよ。
Aw,
いや違うな。
such a good egg.
あの状況で助かったのはシュタインズゲートの選択だ。
そうなの？
そうなのだ。
そっか。
Mayuri looks a little disappointed. We all know. It was Mayuri.
ねえねえ、熱が下がった時ね、 オカリンはこんなことを言ってたんだけど、覚えてる？急に見ているものがぐにゃぐにゃしてきて、立っていられなくてフラフラして、んで体がビクってなった。
I'm sorry, what?
さっきのオカリンもね、そんな感じだったよ。
Oh boy.
大丈夫？また熱出して倒れたりしない？
That's a lot to unpack. The concern on her face is so sincere. Looks like she's worried about my reaction to Moika's disappearance. Geez, my hostage is worrying about me. I find myself giving her a wry smile.
案ずるな。何も心配ない。
As I brushed her worry off with a shrug, I think back to what happened 10 years ago. When I woke up from that fever, the first thing I saw was Mayuri's crying face. She's right. I vaguely remember describing my collapse that way. And come to think of it, it does seem to match with the sensation I felt a few hours ago when reading Steiner activated.
そうか。この俺の魔眼はまさにあの時にこの身に宿ったのだな。
So that's the choice of Steins Gate. I really was born with this power. No wonder John Titor thinks I'm the Messiah. My maniacal laughter echoes into the night. Well, that's concerning. Anyway. Let me, no, not that button. I think this is a good place to save. Very concerned about that. Didn't they say that John Titor's first, quote unquote? I'm sorry, did I? Oh, I went to hit the wrong button. Like, obviously things have changed, but didn't the original Titor go back to 2000 or something? So would that imply that he was somehow affected by that? During the fever? I don't... He's traveled twice or something? Well, the whole thing was that... Because there's the Titor that's, like, talking on 8chan currently, and then, Okabe has been telling him all the stuff that the previous Titor had said, and he was like, oh, well, maybe I haven't gone to 2000 yet, like, maybe that's something my future self is gonna do. That was, like, what he said. Well, that and that. Maybe the other option was that he's insane, but now that he's mentioned, now that we've heard that from Mayuri, I am pondering things. Maybe it did still happen, but then the world line did get changed, like he said. I don't freaking know, dude. It's getting timey-wimey. I need to go shut up and let my voice rest. It's what I need to do. And also, like, I think I need to take out Molly. She's woke up, and I did hear her sneezing a little bit. The aggressive sneeze when she wants something. So I'm gonna just hop out for tonight, and yeah, we will we will be back for next week. So goodbye for tonight. Good night, friends. I can't speak. I'm out of here. Goodbye.